you have done, to me, is the beginning of a very successful journey. All this while, we know Ghana has the potential, but someone has not taken the pain to exhibit all the potentials of the various districts and regions, put them together and sell it to the investment community. I encourage you and your team to keep pushing, push, and very soon the results will be applauded by the entire country. I am pleased to officially launch the GIPC Investment Opportunity Mapping Project and Regional Investment Roadshow. Thank you. God bless our homeland Ghana.
The small arms bill is under review. You know, it takes one of the challenge we have. Well, you can't call it a challenge. That's the kind of democracy that we have everywhere around the world. You may even lay a bill in Parliament. Once their Parliament elapses, you have to start the process all over again. Community engagement, to cabinets, and all that. So we are back to ground zero, and we have been working. And I'm sure after here you can interview the Executive Secretary. He will tell you we are working assiduously on that to be able to get it back to Parliament. And hopefully, it's our hope that if we are able to present it before Parliament rises, maybe by the end of the year, we should be able to have something on our decks with regards to the small arms. I know one of the major challenges that we have with small arms in our country is that there seems to be a lot of arms in the hands of our citizens. And we are taking steps to get weapon detection systems where we can be doing wholesale stops, random checks, random sweepings, so that we'll be able to collect the guns. But we want to get those equipment, then we can announce a period within which those who want to voluntarily submit them to us to submit it, maybe so with some reward, or those who want to keep it lawfully will take the necessary step and register them properly. Well, that's part of what we are digitalizing, to make sure that if I pick a gun, I should be able to just look at the serial number and be able to tell who it is for, because your Ghana card is linked to it. If I pick a bullet, I should be able to tell this bullet was imported by Mr. A, and Mr. A sold it to Mr. B, and this bullet was fired from the gun of Mr. A. So that's some of the things that we are trying to do, and we are very hopeful that maybe by the course of the year, we can get all these things digitalized, and that may help us to track those who are keeping these arms illegally and unlawfully. There was this question about the recruitment. I'll just start from the bottom. Yes, like we did, we inaugurated a committee. The committee did a fantastic job. They presented their report. We analyzed the report. I took the report to Cabinet, and Cabinet okayed it, so we went ahead. You've seen us passing them out. One of the things that happened was that the police, for example, were given clearance for 4,000. By the time we did all the cleanup, looking at who is qualified in there, who is not qualified in there, we were able to get out about 1,320 who were not supposed to be there, and they were there, so they were out. And then the immigration to about 730 was left out. So in all, out of the Fire 2 had about 500 and something that were taken. Narcotics, about 50 something. I didn't have all the big but in all, what we did a cleanup. We tried to get their qualification benchmark and see those who were there. You see someone like some people were there, they were in their 40s, and they were put in there. They were not qualified to be there. They couldn't even do some of the drills, so we had to take them out. Some people were even diabetic, and they were picked. And we had to tell them, look, with your situation, you can't be in the security services. Others didn't have the certificate that they claimed they had. We had to withdraw them. I remember an MP came to me and said, oh, my brother was there. They are almost on a few weeks to finish. Why is he out? I said, well, I don't have all the data in my head. But what is the name? He gave me the name. He was there. Then I called. Can you check the reason for, because I made sure that every person that was removed, the reason for removal is attached so that you can justify it. So they called, said, this guy, he didn't even record one subject. So I asked him, can you ask your brother whether this is true? They are saying that not even one subject was recorded. And say, but it's true, but I said, it's not, there's no any but. Once you didn't record any, and the qualification then was to do this, you have to be out. So we took all those things out, and that's how we passed the other side. Even though now I've charged our security services to say that, look, the police, the immigration, the narcotics, the prisons, the fire, and the right, it's not only about those who have maths and English. Because I know people who have gone to vocational training, and they are dressmakers, and they need them because they saw their uniform. So why not recruit them as such? People are drivers. You need drivers because one of the reasons why I realize that most of the vehicles keep breaking down, they don't even recruit drivers. They recruit officers and they say who can drive. Then they try to polish the driving. No, recruit drivers. So you know that you are recruiting a painter. When your buildings are down, they will paint it. You have gardeners. I see the military. You go and you see it's a military officer who is loaning the monk. But when you go to the other services, they want to hire others to come and do that. Why not recruit your own? But they know that they've been recruited as cooks. They've been recruited as dressmakers. They've been recruited as artisans. So we are looking at all that to review that so that future recruitment may not have suffered most of this challenge. Minority, yes, he was, before the police, I was getting the information, they took his statement, caution statement, and they forwarded the docket to the Attorney General Office for advice. So that is a matter that is being pursued. Pepper spray, I would not want to preempt this. I can assure you that when this incident happened, very nasty, very unfortunate, very embarrassing to all of us, the political class, because, you can't hold the election in 19 polling stations without this. But I called the Honorable Hawa Kumsi to empathize with her. I said, look, what happened? She told her side, I said, well, I've instructed the IGP to investigate you thoroughly. My plea with you is that when they invite you, please go make all your facts so that it will help them to be able to ascertain what truly happened. And then all the perpetrators, those who instigated the thing, those who contributed to any part, the police will determine what crime they've committed, and they'll be able to deal with it. So I will not want to be speaking specifically about what somebody is holding, because in the video you see everybody holding one thing or the other. Somebody jumping, somebody doing that. Let's leave that to the police to do their work. Well, illegal mining, like this, for example, we're giving clearance for 4,000. By the time we did all the cleanup, looking at who is qualified in there, who is not qualified in there, we were able to get out about 1,320 who were not supposed to be there, and they were there, so they were out. And then the immigration to about 730 was left out. So in all, out of the fire 2 had about 500 and something that were taken. Narcotics, about 50 something. I didn't have all the big this, but in all, what we did a cleanup. We tried to get their qualification benchmark and see those who were there. You see someone like some people were there, they were in their 40s and they were put in there. They were not qualified to be there. They couldn't even do some of the drills. So we had to take them out. Some people were even diabetic and they were picked. And we had to tell them, look, with your situation, you can't be in the security services. Others didn't have the certificate that they claimed they had. We had to withdraw them. I remember an MP came to me and said, oh, my brother was there. They are almost on a few weeks to finish. Why is he out? I said, well, I don't have all the data in my head. But what is the name? He gave me the name. He was there. Then I called. Can you check the reason for, because I made sure that every person that was removed, the reason for removal is attached so that you can justify it. So they called, said, this guy, he didn't even record one subject. So I asked him, can you ask your brother whether this is true? They are saying that not even one subject was recorded. And he said, but it's true, but I said, it's not, there's no any but. Once you didn't record any, and the qualification then was to do this, you have to be out. So we took all those things out, and that's how we passed the other side. Even though now I've charged our security services to say that, look, the police, the immigration, the narcotics, the prisons, the fire, and the right, it's not only about those who have maths and English. Because I know people who have gone to vocational training, and they are dressmakers, and they need them because they saw their uniform. So why not recruit them as such? People are drivers. You need drivers, because one of the reasons why I realize that most of their vehicles keep breaking down, they don't even recruit drivers. They recruit officers and they say, who can drive? Then they try to polish his driving. No, recruit drivers. So you know that you are recruiting a painter. When your buildings are down, they will paint it. You have gardeners. I see the military. You go and you see it's a military officer who is loaning the monk. But when you go to the other services, they want to hire others to come and do that. Why not recruit your own? But they know that they've been recruited as cooks. They've been recruited as dressmakers. They've been recruited as artisans. So we are looking at all that to review that so that future recruitment may not have suffered most of this challenge. But not till the yes.
I mean, the other places have been very peaceful. I don't know why here they want to do intimidation. The people are ready to come and vote for a PSC. You are intimidating them. You are sharing money and still intimidating. What's your problem?
We saw somebody shout at you to leave the polling station. Is that why you're referring to as intimidation?
The polling station belongs to him.
To leave the fourth station.
Why are they also here? Why are they also here?
So clearly they are trying to intimidate your camp.
And we cannot be intimidated. We are not ready. We will not allow them to.
Have you reported to the police?
The police is there. We've reported to them. We told them. They have seen all that is going on. They think because they are in power. Yes, we are ready. We are in opposition. We are ready to face them.
Interesting.
We have all witnessed what has gone on, especially in this particular polling station. Methodist polling station on Doko. This is where early in the morning the NDC hoodlums came in, attacked our agents, attempted to destroy the election materials, went after our party agents, beat her up mercilessly, attacked Honorable Hao Kumsin, who was standing far away with Honorable Daku Animan, and stood her ground. They numbered about 30 of them. The police could not stop them. I was there myself. I'm sure a lot of you have seen me on the City TV interview. They came in with guns and machete, and the police simply had no weapons, so they had to run for their lives. So far, we have been here, and it is quite clear that the elections has resumed. We are calling on every single person at home to come out and come and vote. At this point, it's been restored, and there's calm here. And so the candidates will now speak. But before the candidate speaks, please, it's very important that the Inspector General of Police gets to know what the NDC have been doing since morning, and know that we cannot afford not to complete and conclude the coalition today too. Because from the way things are going, just as we have done here at the Methodist polling station, we are going to protect every single ballot and make sure that the same way we restored calm here, there will be calm at every polling station for the coalition. Absolutely. If they fail to protect us, we will protect ourselves just as we have done here.
Madam, Kachi.
Yo, me da say, say, Obia unia, esi wa Brigmano. And then I have visited 16 polling stations, and all the 16 polling stations, with the exception of Odoko 4 and 5, everywhere is chaotic. Bebia ubekono, the hoodlums, thugs, macho men, all over, almost about 200 every polling station.
They want to suppress your vote.
And now, almost per se, vote a woman be babe to a man never conform. If it's obia him say, obia obe piano, obe to a man every year. These polling stations, obia obe to be obe to a man. And Crawford, any abre. And now people are afraid to come out in Crawford. I feel so mobile. Send your treat you. Any a second, any a giant adeno. Yabe prano. Into a man Crawford is a fear. But me person me too. The country me Crawford say. Mumpie, Obiamra no meto. Obie ni wa a bang ball, Abba, a bang ball home. Police for no mesramo. IGP, so I will near caution. Yeah, 3 polling stations. What's the one to me provide security? After 19, they also be provided. Yes, macho men are here with security. Ewa black man not. Bra wamo bro me call. Light of Gospel Miracle Church. Ewa utaten. Bra wamo buye agents. Wamo buye and crow for Bakuda hospitals is here. Why do you have to do this? NTCC no. Ye bekaya bano. Wamo mijira and no be peja ballot box. I catch and some famous. Why?
As we speak, as we speak, it is important for us to know that there are people's lives that are at stake. From here, we are going to visit Honorable Hao Kumsin, who is currently fighting for her life. Why should any citizen battle forever because of the elections. There are 6 people who were injured right there. I was there right before me, and they are in the hospitals. For now, we have remained resolute. We have been able to stand our grounds, and these hoodlums have run away, and everybody should come and vote. We are asking the Inspector General of Police to ensure that he sees what has happened as a precursor and put in place the necessary measures for the coalition. The guys are moving with weapons, and so if they are going to allow their men to be sacrificed, their policemen to be sacrificed like goats and fowls, then we are in trouble. They should beef up and make sure that the coalition becomes peaceful and safe. Thank you.
This is not the democracy that we want to see in Ghana. Our supporters are being attacked by thugs in the presence of the police, who have been unable to protect them. The candidate Ekwefie has been attacked. Our Kumsin has been attacked. Our deputy national organizer has been attacked. So many of them, Oko, Asante, many women have been attacked. After every election, we want to see that the democracy is being enhanced. And this is very important for the peace and stability of our country. You recall that the background to this particular by-election is that the police had told the EC that they were unable to provide security to collate 3 pink sheets, just security to collate 3 pink sheets. But for some reason, they were able to find security to conduct elections in 19 polling stations. And today, our people are being attacked with the police presence and unable to provide security. We don't want the country and political parties to start to think that they have to provide for their own safety. This would be a recipe for disaster if every political party has to raise their own army to give them protection during an election. But this is the message that is being sent. What we have to be clear about is that the people who have perpetrated these acts have been caught on video. I call on the President to take action, and all the people in charge of this country, the administration, to take action to bring the perpetrators to book. This is the only way we can deter this in the future. But we have seen them, and let me assure them that should they not be brought to book, we will not forget. They will be brought to book no matter how long it takes. We will not forget what has happened. We want peace in this country. This is not the democracy that Ghana wants to see. And so it is very important that these sorts of terrible acts are not encouraged.
TVS and also on Power 97.9 FM and all our affiliate stations across the country. And 14th of July 2025 in the year of our Lord. Now, Yakono the regional capital Tamale KSB 107.1 FM Boli in the Savannah region. We are live on Nkiligi FM, Boko Source 100.1 FM in the Upper East region, Zeps FM Zebela also in the Upper East region. Pusiga Wimpang, Sampa Wendy FM, WFM Ewa, Yebu Rabono regional capital Sunyan in the Patema, Biabefebia, FBM, or more Eshe live, Sanso, and Suma FM on Cranquanta, and Tiny 90.9 FM so Ewa in Soko Goso, of regional capital.
capital nananum 92.5 FM and Duno FM so ewo Sankore. Central Regional Capital Cape Coast Adom Sounds Krem ewo Kotokraba Market and Asin Fosun so Rich FM Ekremo ewo. Ye both free mo near Volta Regional Capital who are global 105.1 FM. Yenko Uti region. You want 9.7 FM okete krache KFM or Passa and a Boom FM so ewo Jiasekam. Yenuanuma Womo Western Regional Capital Takrade a sharp 106.9 FM na Zama Elembele West and 100.3 FM Sukremo eho. London ye GFM radio ne Fire Life Radio. Yekwa America memu Virginia so a Apple 68 FM so ekremo eho. Safi na wodi ofidi na to ha. Facebook Live Power 979 TV SYZ Ghana. Sasa on YouTube SYZ broadcasting. Midim Edi Mogabe Maase na nsema yede ebrewo eneyi. Penya ono na da Food and Drugs Authority ano mampanyi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Sabri wamano akwizina nkyenya weyi ni pafoforo so ono ena ema meda Food and Drugs Authority no ano ho nsem no san ena eba na otwetwe mu edafia da na chesese wani nsase ye kanche nkunimdi a ekoma yenua ba Ewrabna Obin ewo Ablikumanov abetompeso aso no na emu ediye papa amanfo nso GBTs mombeje egiye omombe ebetu pepper spray so eni omu spray so ni nyina no endi samonyoko no edi ama ye former vice president Bawumia akasa na mamesha ase mfiri eye Ablikuma ho ensensem no na Bawumia asesen me sometimes me trasia me say na nya 7 January 2025 ya na Bawumia na adom hand over nya 6 months ni yet aba on Bawumia was the chairman of the police council yet aba emanipa wotwe ewu organ ha de na Bawumia ye dabi me dwene ho amenti aso man is everything okay Bawumia no I mean bibia okay there yet aba o ama Bawumia yekọ eye sabligua akoda wanya 12 years ebonu to okun no yekọ eye Ablekuma Central ha ya abrate a wono okọ ware no nya abosome miensa yebonu to okun no yenim de si ye ewo tachiman Bawumia wona now ye chairman of the police council when your first time by election abagan how yenim de si ye ewa ya wase west wagon wo see sankofo na ekodi sa me support anything violent ade enye na enye how na come and sit here and support say obi akwakotu ya but how come say na ye he was I mean the woman she was on phone your course say we need men what is that video no she was on phone your course say we need men ukonyina wabo ho pepper spray eshobotum pepper spray no we kwaya dey ewo baby ayeto aba no Ufrisa Ablekuma nofo na hoye kaswa Karatuman Ufrisa Ablekuma nofo no hoye kaswa na na just send this for the area ya hwe eye yaro da so na etwa want to me nanti o ya waso weso agon ya yaro da so na mo Bawumia want to me nanti o compensation na eye emile short eye committee o motie eye wiemu nyina ka say yaro e wode say abrate double ne hwan yem prosecute o na akosi say Bawumia akosi say eticha say crime ne de akwate say de wo motam ne de si ye na ye munafiki ni Bawumia mo motam ne de na crime eye as chairman of the police council then na eye ye kuni pa ye okay Ablekuma na for biamu o ye bo MP asomna how akomse no or better than Sam George ana how akomse no we ni pass Sam George cha say ye ndisi fo de ye de ya wedia no wutwa eyenso ne firi mu ba enye moja ne firi mu ba munafikifo munya hu hwio we de eye we de prepare kwem munya hu hwe we ye de prepare kwem so the abrate and karat abrate na just say on the was kamama no ko ye pen no kra na ye bona baso wo bia wo kra pepper spray na abrate tufa enam wiem na wotumi akwa gib ene ni ta head pepper spray wo se anya ne dan how akomisi da form ti anya dan Sam George ye see the sotro left and right ewo ayawa so west wagon will be a Johnny and my NDC national chairman then. Chairman of example for college say about 20 a day, Yatri Humphrey. Mokwa my lucky say, Yamama to a wina, Massa lose you. Yet the Timia 12 you, Johnny. But we are no call for brand a champion, Muma Ghana for Johnny. Our Yawasu West Wagon. And then power 10 ye 6 months in your house, yes. And about me, Obesu, Ubesu, papa, because one Kazankas across some more PDS or my way 8 months. I'm moje Ghana for Sika, more Timiamu who are content. But me obviously say, I'm in a doko now, no Kufa do Mutu on moving some of from Huediana. Ye Belani Munina up. The beer will be our say, and Branini Dibiano, you be prosecutors any pan without fear or favor. John Dramani man or be continue shaking the foundation without fear or favor. About to on a cost of fine, free and fair, will be a winner. And this person ya by listener, a 2 monipa, which will so be 2 I was West Wagon, and the Tachiman South, and a yes, available, a 2 motor 2 year, as a guard of Ketan way back in 2020, moving Sagana for Irefi. About to a cotton in 2024, the Nipa 5 in a you. One another chairman of the police council, Nipa 5 in a year. And you yamu who contact. You can't say IGP down Parinia Moon went to me, and Zana Jomama a permanent free na Quenaso. That useless IGP na Okon. And today, Sekubine Sukra, Nan a Bawumia Kamatiase. No be swa Bawumia Besubi. Power no sumo man na mo machina. Me can play Mama Matiase. Sababia Jomama Totonia Mayenu. Mo forget it 2028. Mo forget it 2032. Mo forget you. You will not come anywhere near. Sa a year Jubilee House on here. Mo we ho. Mo when you be who came up as soon as you. Sagana for better about MPP beam. Another president Kofokan over the weekend. Yes. It move on for yen kakra yen check results no say they see a koye no. E de ye. Rabna obi en wabre. Fan to screen so mame. What I say? Nyama koye. What I say? Na ti police station be bia ye to kai wie. Ya to kai wie. 7 ayete. Your areas be hokwa abane anya dan. Ya tumi ato. Your areas be ho a ya tumi anya dan anto. Hwa police stations makoma 19 DVL officer wo awoshi Pentecost aye odoko no aye number 2 MTD aye odoko divisional station Esiedu Jedu Memorial School Roman Catholic Church odoko ene ne keka ho nyina ne nyina akoso etu wiye no NDC bon ho modern what you say itumi enya 34,163 ena mami tunya 33,903 wawe honorable wawe mobo wa akwati abasaje na akwati ade miaka sankasa ona mobo se Mogabe ablekumane de se menwo say fala tanje sere ka che se jama nkona ye fala akwati ana mihia ho Wana mube say ye wo mema na ye wo mema. Ye nsi so ma sa de ha mo ye hunu mu se ye ka ho. Obe hunu na mema organ ha ye fim. Na ma ne ma no kwa agro no. Posi ne fe ogafaru ba bia wo bia mechi awo. Umma djuma no IGP umrate no mu ye good. Wo mu tututuo basabasa. Posi fo mu ko police station mu tututuo basabasa de mimpe o. Na wo post for kwa ho no mu ni pepper spray na wo no wo nyasa oto abakwa e ho wo ye say observer wo say wo ye party supporter de mama mi wo di a kire bia wo no pepper spray show mu na afiki ha wakumsin wo de che say bone e ba wo tire mu no bone wo tire mu bone wo tire mu saa bone adwene bone e wo ha wakumsin tire mu saa wo na mana pepper spray kra no wo ko spray hwan When see that brother, multimeter is a video na mami. See that brother ni huru ya, o karate ya, o bo pepper spray no to. What you say? Mami follow. Champion, fantastic. Someone want to come on wrestling. Yes. What What you say? The way we see dive we are diving out header. What you fantastic. Bodyguards no more. Casual bodyguards no. Boko boys no more. Because no more be no more. What the header? Hey, kotokomo ya dai. Wo mu hia no kotokoti mu. Bon baby wo be obehead ya se. Wo head so ofumo. What you say? Can't Kevin Raf fantastic. What you say? You tutu your head. And this year, no to you couldn't po. No more the pepper spray and buy a head about pepper spray at all. And where you self defense? Where they self defense? What the two koi? What the ababo will be? What the bobo how come see team? Pepper spray and no spray no who quite be at no. I yes and edges they say header and a pain. What about pepper spray the two? About me abegina how about be nsemu be yedidi ye de call police station be ayi to wo beto ento nti ye fetu ma ho me ye hwe ba pepper no ba be head ato ene akwati ade mo adwuma yo se de be sia head pepper spray na to ho no mu di to ne ba ko ye be head ato ye ne wo power o me da asem we da bia me ko ye ntra power e ma we mu me hunahuna yen emre ne ne never again see what to me na to me kura yen ni ama MB before be hunahuna sa John Bodu ne jase kodua mo wo mo ni ama na twam o wo mo ni ama na twam na se be me ni MPP mu biem MPP no mo hurane ne te se blue kias bi ato apetition wom se san MPP aye eti eno ano no fantastic job and na Friday no me daiye na me bompa ya ma rab na oben sa na fire pe yes na ma won say to abani wie no MPP for o ma sa invisible forces for the data forces for no ma ha say jubility on social media say akwati amode hemfo ne beko yenti wo mu bi edidija yo what you say na o mo kire say results of course no we hear the CDC call ye na 19 polling stations nyina MPP dede we no wo mu nkofo taxa wo mu yusu wo mu no on leader nani ache ya was expressing the joy of NPP groups ya bo mo on social media, especially how I come see ya video
both Delta Force, Invisible Force, all the forces say wo NPP mama ye ninye adanti na ache ya fire cra any emoja yanyi tumima NPP 2016 shemohe obia organa bia hu empodi NPP emabunu no ye konkoden ji tumi ye wiye modi ye shemu 2 weeks remand adaya ye pejuma aye mama sa ko ye mra e de atchiri ye say ye bibia ye nchie mbe ka kire mo ne mu no rewu de si ho de sha boys e di momo I don't know mo di bia na ye di o obi enu onu ma sabi na me boy a ne nan ye 4 na ne size 6 na ho de 99 ye nyina ba ko pe e ma wo pe ko pe etina de kra e to me e man pipi ba kwa mo de fa so no mu no we me sembo me nya prophet me nya obi aba me sembo me ana be Delta Force chairman Ashanti region ye kasa boys ni tie ye kasa mo piem lo mpie ba ye kasa mo na o mo da se se do mo da o mo da so da biem atiwa o mo twem ba me sembo we a prophecy atiwa panyini ba ko o mo beku ba ko e de akere mo say munnim nyansa ambifo nim nyansa wan kura enti me sembo say atiwa panyini ba ko me boys downtown visible all the forces say war NPP e ma obedience mo go for maame o mo yere eno mama e fa ko san ko se munnim bodyguard asia bodyguard ni bodyguard ufo be say bodyguard or security ya or a part of your body. Because Yame for Sama, one in them, not say 2 one that didn't hold you. Second bound that didn't hold you. A baby, how a pussy as a man, how a pussy. And could be, I didn't move at Yaman. But Madame Sa left and right the deal. And when you was a concluded dear, Uncone, Etiwa, NPP, no watch out. Nababuno, security for no pound their fast, Mama Omono, and Sia Bibi. No Muse, next time, no, offer a crack, and I was smart crack, second, wouldn't the quaff, not one in Nema. Now didn't do baby. Now I say, I have messed your one, Siena, a cranny soon. Say, spirit is soon. Now, for now, 5 years, a BCB. Etiwa, watch out.
Me nya calls biwo me snap no name me we inbox message bi sunum na say almost say ya bo MPP for na ya bo MPP for ntino mo say ya mu bi ya de be mo say yembe kuma MPP na say yembe kuma hwan maza munja ye life mayo munja me ni me boys no me ni me nkola no munja ye life maye smart as here MPP munja ye life maye what I say because muma ye hu say ye nka mo ho muma ye hu say ye mu me choma ni me boys no ye nka mo ho nja na mu ha ya dwemu ye bu mu frefre say ye nti ye mu dey wait time your friend say your friend say at this time ododo anya mu na ya bu mu na mu be frɛ say yanko yembeji mu na ye ba ye beji mu ni eso usu no mu ni Titus Grover mu ya bu mu ewo Accra Central ye ne ye beji mu Lord Kwame Asia ye Accra Central den o ka kire ye mu bisa Lord Kwame say Lord Kwame mu ade na mu frɛ Lord Kwame mu so omra no beji mu na mu frɛ ye mu bi say ye mu na ye mra ye be fight Basiteli mu tama Basiteli mu ba na mu ka cha so mu ba bu mu nim say Basiteli mu no on ba bu mu anana munim mo people mu ni obia o ye de kuma wo wala se ye de kuma mo ye de mamu mu ye de mamu mu ye mema ye de mamu pe people mu ye mema na mo say ye ji power no mamu wi a na mo ko fa mo busu afo ba kire say mu busu afo de ye mema hwe MPP for wo ye be bo NDC for mo mabu mu ya kasa kura ye be kuro ba bu mu pa mu nhye ya wa kosia
ni mu frame ni mu turo even your boss aja MPP aba NDC who ye the ben who ye we that you share or me boss on my day approve you say do ye there now so you penny now unkunfi so unkwa na udi ya unkwa na obefe and maybe the happy MPP penny for you say ye do I feel your boss who ye senior mess ya bibe etimi frame na ma ba backup na ma ko NDC the one people so friend or feel because time am more power no feel am time am tuna power no feel mother yeah nkola ko etiminya problem na wa feel party chairman na wa feel party wa feel organizer on feel na wa ko feel boss senior man na wa NDC opposition no be issue the network any need anyway you free problem no mo na for opposition I hope say me ni sa senior man no an kokko obi atama e wa power no mighty man boami onu one opposition wetima yi be problem afi onu aba power no wo opposition no obesime ne nkoko ade ntia obo man yeni abi o who go work then who go chop mo be yisu yes I do harvest na man ange e se nyame na adu ye bi mu ye juma kakra ebi mu ka won de we frustration be mun de we depression be ku ebi mu na so na mi da roma na wa ba power na ya bo kakra ya toti mu kakra na mu pese ye ni ye senior mess ye
baby to a beatings we na nye beatings bia emu wahye omo chese we kakra bi mamu we di emu hyehye mo kakra mu na mo de pepesi be bae na mo de mamu yesi okoto si obi abodwe se hye anu ayeden asensu asi odi the we are NDC mrante ni defend ye ballot no man fatu anko obi anye me de mehu se obi ye basabasa o ti ukra pepe spirit na wode ba na me te wona se kraman agba kraman be kame na se kada me nche ya me ha makraman na kame What the pepper spray good ni person na me so me wo strategy be say metimi a head pepper spray no metimi a head ama pepper spray na to fama me jina man ka me Mogabe ka me head me head papa we dey say headings we cry dey musmo na brate no so onim headings papa nti eso koto se obi abadwe say ehia mo MBB for no didija no mo ja wo mo no mo say o mo na ekasa no ti esrem da bia na me kasa grassroots no ye mrante ni bia o mo di o mo ho asi wo ya o mo di yen ministers yen MPs no be bia obesumo mo bia no mo ko ebo adwuma no mo ma ye ni nko mo da bia me kase mo ma ye ni nko mo ase wofo no mo total posters wo ma bibi ba wo te ballot eye too early say ba be condemn aban ni say bia grassroots for ni ye hwe mo but mo ma ye ni especially abrante na wo ye sa he wo gu sa headings no mo ma ye ni ko sa amrante no ho o ma bo adwuma yi papa me bo ma ba so headings di obi kura pepper spray dia and he said media men kan kire say fatuo bono bo mo wasa head pepper spray no to e self defense eno mre bientia e self defense se metiwe na wo di pepper spray pa eba na me head wo na pepper spray no to form amenya me nkwa me head wo ma na to form ntokwa ni formula wo ko wa bo ho na akoye endi so fon so an fatuo ma fa ba ti ba wo miesu an wo su ni de wonya asu wo ye munafiki su obi anya ready way back 2020 yenua eye Tuareg ewo eye hawa komisi satamona na eye MP ewo Kasoa na NDC secretary no wo awutu senya isni friend Tuareg na mefa ne kra ensi omobo abrante ni tirimu saa hawa komisi mbrante no omobo abrante ni tirimu saa ma abrante no wanye ni pabiem kopem se wodi ko wuo me be se mu hwe video no omobo no Kasoa no abrante ni se wawu omabo na manawu ntie
came pulled over and then pulled up. One belonged to the former the MP is in it. So they alighted, they came pulled over and then the alighted that were being used for the asphalt really parked there. She went there, stood there for some time, then came to where we're sitting. So as soon as she came there, she told my constituency chairman that in fact it's good, she's happy that she's come to meet me here. So as soon as she said, I wanted to know which guy he's referring to. So I lifted up my head and then she
Obi baka makama brante kama se o. How come say brante no bobo ni team sa wawu. Brante o ka se wawu e wo Kasoa. E wudifo a ye ka wo masemu. How come say boni e wadie etu a watoto e wo eye Kasoa ne batemo. Enya agro. Na wo ye gu eye headings kakra bi atwa watofo ma na wo be dede. Wanya ne fala akora. Hwe. Ndiye baka mo be kwa kopeda de eche na ase hwe Interior Minister eye honorable eye Muntaka Muhammad Mubarak ene ono so said the ekase government accountability series no omo asase ya chese omo be update Ghana for ne ekoso in all the eye sectors no ene na eye Interior Minister ne kopie mo yenti nsema odi tuja.
Come to Boko. Let me start by saying that what's happening is very unfortunate, and what government has been doing since yesterday is to take care of the injured, including the 2 police officers who were also shot. And like many of us will know, the situation there is worrying. The police officer that did the assault, you saw swift action. What is nice, obviously, the police administration has rules. When an officer, for lack of better word, misbehaves, the first thing is interdiction, then the person is given an opportunity to defend himself or herself before what they call the police standard bureau, where the professional standard bureau, where the person appears. So that will be the next thing. Obviously, the officer will appear before the police professional standard bureau, where the person will be given an opportunity to be heard. And definitely the videos and all of that will play. Someone will say, and then that drifts into the second part. Why up to about 72 hours we've not seen any swift action with regards to the other, unfortunate incident? Let me say that we condemn this in no uncertain terms. I mean, that's, for me, it's a scar on all of us conscience. That as people having practiced democracy for over 3 decades, we cannot simply just go and have election and it will be violent free. That is something that all of us, in my view, especially those of us in politics, should be very concerned and very worried about. But there's a difference. The huge difference is that, check and see, almost all of us at the top have condemned this. In the past, you don't get that. The vice president has done that. I mean, the president is out of the country, so currently the vice president is leading us, and she condemned it in no uncertain terms. That same day, I forwarded all the videos that I had, and I asked IG, what are you doing about it? I said, look, we have to review the cameras. We have to look at it from all the angles. He has sent the, what do you call it, the crime scene guys there. The ICT guys are all working to make sure that we get it. But remember, that officer is somebody that we know, because he has a number, he has a name, we know where he is, we know where we station him, we can easily go after him. But these are guys who commit this sin and they vanish from the system. But we have to, it take time to track them. But assurance is that we are not going to allow this to go unpunished. Unless they flee the country. So long as they are around, they should be rest assured. They will have to, the law will have to take its course. Because we cannot allow this to happen in our country. And you can be rest assured that, and I trust in the professionalism of the IGP and his team, that they are going to do a good job. So be rest assured. Akwatia by election. Yes. I know the challenge, people will say, coming events cast its shadow. If we can go to only 19 polling stations, this will happen. What will happen when we go to some of the rural places? Well, the interesting thing is that I'm sure this is also a wake-up call for our security agencies to know that if maybe probably what happened could, maybe you could say that it was not an organized thing, it was a spontaneous thing. Whether it was organized, whether it was spontaneous, this gives our security agencies the opportunity to even plan better towards Akwatia. All I can assure the people of Akwatia is that we will use Ablekumanov as a case study to review our operational, how we operate in Akwatia, to make sure that the citizens are free to cast their vote and express their will without fear or favor. And for all the groups, whether you are in the NDC, whether you are in the MPP, whether you are independent, let me remind you of the Vigilante Act, what it says. And Minister, with your permission, I'll just read. And it says, that's section 6 of the Act says, a political party shall not directly or indirectly form, organize, operate, or engage, or facilitate the formation, organization, operation, or activity of a vigilante group, whether belonging to that political party or any other political party. A political party that contravenes Section 1 commits an offense and is liable on conviction to a fine of not less than 10,000 penalty units and not more than 25,000 penalty units. That's to the political party. Whereas a political party convicted under Section 2 fails to pay the penalty imposed, the national chairman, the general secretary, the national organizer, and the national treasurer of that political party are severally liable to a fine of not more than 10,000 penalty units or to a term of imprisonment of not less than 10 years and not more than 15 years. So I want to remind all of us, including myself, that if anybody organizes this is what awaits you. And I believe in the professionalism of the IGP, COP, Christian Tetayano, that he is not going to spare any person.
Yeah, I'm renewing anyway, my man contract. Boy, you man, brutal, Mutramo 2 years and canon. The director of finance, COP, Frimpom. Boy, you money too much. Mama police, dear, you will not my police, dear, you're dead to do. I'm feeling for more than any being canon, very any being canon. Channel 2 years and come home. Haji Pinejuma so any dodo. Papa ki said to you, no, you must swear any dodo. I fear an ejuma baby, money be 2 years and come home. Nejuma a fadodo. Who be an ejuma first saying, woman become one and your bonny. Would it to damper the anyone and Fakurao? You know, when you my juma papa. Ghana Police Service and as a son. Within 6 months. Bibia ye din o mine kaba election we MPP tama kanipa be ewu etu aka to Lokomi boys ne Brand Champion boys ki tu atoto ho nyasem ketwa naso under NDC bura mo buru enyina wa ye waso weso wago nyina no ya kwase ye for revenge o etu won se tu okro obia won se aba ekro obia se de headers ne asua we pepper spray na ye be head ato wo e self defense etu odi mo bia mfatuo mfase kan mfa jan me kodi bone ne mom se odi pepper spray no ba jeto ho wuche ni odi spray wa head no na ji pepper spray no emono headers nkoa emono oba besi e woko police station akọ abatwa na pepper spray kwa esi ubutum fina wo you asem pabwa kakra bia wo team omo kunkum omo bubutu yekunkum won tare gide am yiye mo ahwe e wo kasoa ya beda mranti anase Malik Basintali bebia wo bia eye o ma campaign ye solid akwatia no misumini mi team no be wo ho Asare eye joint e o Kingsbury runabout no ba pa jo ase mo bi mu ku ha monko so ana mo hwe sa so na eye Judicial vice chairman NDC so bankra o cantonment onu so biatum o sempakani ye adwuma e wo Adeshe FM Kumasi o senior me hwa wo live na omampanyi dada kofo akasa wo se maka cho se MPP no ho ayete se wakọ ekura biase a obi abo eye blue kiosk eno apetese no kwa no mu de sisi table so we ye mahogany we ye de hwenti agum we ye de pepper o se hwan agum we eye mukane say haba no o ma hye ne different awoba 20 won sa ma hye ne sa ene ebensu ye raw what you say na esiso eno sa glass ba ko penity etimi 70 pa be 100 a day every political party na is apepepe unim the way o leader and na me say me ko na me betena me kan sa asem no said the current leadership of the New Patriotic Party no oh masa wo mo ba wia and o man panyi dada kofo mo hwe at his age wa ba montana be ka say wonu an wode party na ba power o serve wo eye buzi apen so as eye deputy foreign affairs minister and abuzia no obno abo atumi de party na ba eye power abe serve 2 terms no isi wo mu ye bi mu take decision bia 1 pp ma yen kan kire no eyi na sinchen enye Mugabe na ekan eye mia me nana Ghana for ye former president die wo da ban ni ba ma Teresa wanya ni ba bi kro ni wura minua eye chief ene abusua no mu nyina papa president Kofo na ekase yentie nen
ya ko no na me party it come back to the so Ghana political party political industry and like I say this is 47 and back 69 with that time nearly power 2 years 3 months with that time 69 maybe 30 years be a member of parliament be a founding member of Progress Party 2 years 3 months with the deputy foreign minister I jump on 2 years name secure but you may not dash for prison with them 1 year 3 months so I mean that day I was behind another detention but I know how they did build here from 72 January I jump on 2 years side the tradition
for 1 year 3 months we try 3 weeks ku awa has yesu ni obi kwahwe no se me koye wa phone hwe awo de wo ye de wa concern man ka wa ko di akuse 190 kwa ka be se bibi we wiase de won samam de wanya ne fala o de obi twa no atwa ne boko sika gare wate ase ho ya o mamiam wate ase Some Her Excellency Lawyer Zita Benson or ha ene Alisa Nelson so ewa ha. Ye be digest issues ni kakra. Afi ye ba ni aba be si nkonya na nsama wodo ni nyina yetimi ada digest ni nyina. Mama mo ni de ko yie papa. Akwati anu so you prepare very well. Say no, and this among you ko no. Are you for no? One more say minority for no more. Hey, Omopamon ko parliament, Opamon ko 184 need 2 tests and yanya you. Ye dem soko 276 no. Hey, 2 tests and ye dem. It is the same people. Omumpeu, Obian for mo. Ye say kwaji akwetiano. It is say the mama no oh ye super president. It be Sida under the 4th Republic. It be Sida. I make call Dr. Ambonsa. Doc. Mwakwaba. Na pomo e. Baby e koyi. Am ofeni dware wo. Na dia na wo man. Ediwe.
Yo ashafo amutie me den de Dr. Amponsa me ka message so ma me se waya resafi baby a wo hye biara. Ene enkomo no me de befa yare bi a abawiase a ye frɛ no sciatica. Ɛhɔ na me de be starte. Saa yare yi a ye frɛ no sciatica yi ɛya na me ankasa kura me ye doctor no me dwen ho amenti ase abaye pa. Because me hwɛ be say 10 years back no na saa yare eni ho saa eno nti eduru ba bi amenti ase na eduru ba bi so ameti ase kakra sa me hwɛ yare a ye frɛ no sciatica a eso nipa wusisi na oto ase entini ya yie pa yare we yi obi na unimu a wa hwɛ obeka sa obi ato aduro na nso obi anto aduro ne yare ban no ade nhwemu kakra me ankasa maye a medi ahu kakra se enei no bre no doso obi aye adwumaden wo wiase ya ye wo enu nti ebre no eka ho enu nti ema onan entini no a eda wo sirem no bre mo na ade amahu ene se yare a ede ba kese pa ye friend osteoarthritis. Sa arthritis we ye bibia ehso wo sisi entini no ekọ wo siremu ntini no ene wonan kokom ekọ down no etumo de severe pains pa ba ye pa na nkrofo bebre na wo sa yare ya ye friend sciatica yi se wote sa ekuro aba entini no nyina keka boso moja ntumo mfamu yie akum ehos blasters ni nyina se wote sa Dr. Amponsa makofa afidie bi aba a ye friend magic machine sa magic machine se wo sa osteoarthritis ya so wo tuntini na ama wo bre obi kura wo ha wontum nsen ho na wakọ wajane nan eje otrase na otrase mpo a wo sori a wo bre minua maso ye ho just 20 minutes pains no be ko form kra wo sciatica achiwo serious odafie no a wontum ntretre wonan mu no memo just 20 minutes pains no nyina ebe ko form kra na fei ama wa release kama o system no wa ye free ye ma okura duru a na ye kunkuro no a ewo mu no nyina na fei wonne sciatica biem onso a wutie menne no bia na wo de ne ye wachika sei no wo osteoporosis spondylosis wachika sei ene okon ka sei ene ne ye keka ho yare ya son ka sei no nyina ama wachika sei no ebie ebi de yakura kosi nchen onama na ne sisi achia ne top wo ha na ne dance wo ha te sa de kia ne santa boat ate otse menka me de machine bia ba ye friend magic machine tie biye pa magic machine sa machine we ye de si so a wachika sei a echia ana se wusisi a achia na se wachika sei pains ya wote ya wontumi no magic machine be yi no ho simple amount ebasa na fe ya ma okura duru na wafa na kunkura ewo wo nompemu nyina na waye free sa wo abrochira freme wo Ghana nso afreme aduro no yade bi ko abrochire ema monso munya bi enom enoti sa wo fra ye beboa wo na yasa yare kama na ho atɔ mo a mo wa brochire no de enya de a yebetum de machine ayi amamo yebema waduro na afi ho atɔ kama na won so wani age obi tie me na wo se doctor de ekuro na wo me yam kuro no ba me yam ache manante yare yi nkoda ye wo peptic ulcer chronic ulcer gastric ulcer ene ulcer ahodo a ekeka ho ulcer no ye bebre se wo ba ye beboa wo na yam waduro kumkuro na ewo wo yam no se eye chronic ulcer ache ewo wo so aka wo so a ye de machine be su ye funu so na ya collect blood cells na ewo wo yam no nyina wo ye funu no mu no na fe ye ma okuraduru a ulcer no akontem obi tie mi o se doctor me de ya se mi wo kidney problem wo kidney problem antem to America bra na yam wow me de machine se wo kidney no so ase kidney cells no awu a ebenya no nyina na moja akọ kidney no mu yie na kidney na tum asan aye kama na fe wanya ho kidney ya de a wunya problem pena nanse tai edi so hu so nanso aswale ahono hona na chese o kidney no yare se wo yo ba pemfo wo ba na ye collect digestive no na ye yi efia wo mu nyina na se digestive no ye strong na oye okay a obeyya munuane no yie ama na chese pancreas no edi aye adwuma quality ama na o insulin no aye fine ama na chese oni diabetes bia oni asichire yare bia ne etoso mienu ye frɛ bibi digestive pancreatitis anase pancreas wanya pancreatitis yana ekura ba o pancreas no mu so pancreas yare a ubenya diabetes mense se wo pancreas no yare a de ati biara ubenya diabetes broni sana broni frɛ no yese asichire yare sa pancreas no asichire beba onipadua mu nyina ona de ya adwuma anase insulin a wo onipadua no mu nyina no sa pancreas na de fa correct place ema na sa pancreas no yare a onto number we asan ye WhatsApp se WhatsApp no obe send message afa ye no voice message audio mame voice message audio ye mame wate 0243 11 08 75 0243 11 08 75 and a Tigo line or so 027 85 99 611 027 85 99 611 first number no WhatsApp assign calling number 0243 no 11 08 75 0243 11 0875 ofra je direction no free me man ho obeba betom yankasa ye was Pentes Coastal Junction uduru wa bisa taxi station e ho no say we Dr. Amponsa wo de yango ana uba na beba but Dr. Amponsa Herbal Hospital e wo internet no so ye bibia wo so we free crowd say we Dr. Amponsa ana so we free direction na ugogo Dr. Amponsa Herbal Hospital ubenya me number ba bibiara wo na waba Pentes na ya boa wo obi biara wutie me enne diabetes ye yare a ese wo hunsuo se wo moja enti e basa etumo phone etumo ma wo sei wo nipadua no be sei wan kasa ese wo system no wi a na fe enoa epe ba bi de kuro ato oba hu se esansa wota onan no wa fomti na amakidni na ho ode kofom na etoxic acid e ko nanse oba hu se obi wa na ne nanse hono na afe ne nanso no apai na ye kuro bibia ntwao na so diabetes bebo modern ama okuro diabetes aditi abribiara me ba ha me ka ho asem eche ene se eye yare poisonous esene HIV nye HIV yonko ne diabetes sɛ doctor no nkyerɛ wa me ka kyerɛ onne sɛ ye ka yare etum se nipa entem na etum ma kyese wo firi wo nipa dua so totally diabetes HIV dey say be more so many years ansa na phone eno kura se Andrew Asia entum phone ba diabetes or poison utie mi ahwehwe me obi tie mi na wo se doctor me de no eye yare bi a friend typhoid fever typhoid ye wa symptoms no bi ni obi wo a wonim obi so nim toda be hu se uti paawo ho na okon agene wachika se taa ye wo ya omfe eta wo wani so echiru kakra etoda na yam ebobom etoda so na yam atim constipation etoda so na yam ahwie etoda ye wo se ubewu adebechu so na ate ho etoda wo yamre etoda so na wa ye okay diabetes sa yare a friend typhoid fever no we yare bone pa more symptoms I mean to munka ni nyina wa what is typhoid na how obi say hepatitis B wa o chest na ejina kese pa na bota ne se ese wo lance no na obrebo no o liver no eno no emu na tena etububu obi mu kura ese wo bonu nyina ntu twetwe mu ayese twe mu na ye okay o mu toto na yi yare a friend hepatitis sa na deba bra na ye mo obi tie mi na o se bi yare stroke me dadem sa afo no mo nsesa wo mu nyina amre me na magic machine wo ho magic machine we yare stroke wa wadro number 1 magic machine before yede aduro be kan no say yedi kan do call magic machine na ye collect o blood cells na awunu nyina o nerves na ene ahoden no nyina wase ye busu ni nyina ma wa ahoden ansa na wasate afa aduro na yare friend stroke afru so stroke ba ko be friend Parkinson ono kra de o stubborn sin stroke ni nyina omo ho sheki te say yi no omo ho sheki gegegege no saa yare no saa stroke no wo poisonous pa wa wutie me ne mesraw se emfa yare no ntrafie mo no a wo ma yare na dondon mo no na okai kosoro enti ntemu a na waba na yaboa wo na watu ase na ho atɔ obi si doctor me wo burning sensation me ho hyehye me o hyehye ya to waduro mpo a me mo to 20 minutes me the magic machine so a 20 minutes na sa burning sensation no nyina yira sa na machine no tie enya se wugidie na ebe sa yare o maso ye yo obi si o doctor me dia me nyi machine ni wugidie o nyi ni o machine no be sa yare eti sa o hwehweme ana sa wo hweme na o trafie se o doctor for mate wo nka omo akasa me de free na kwa me nje doctor bi ni obi age mi sika me ma promise o se bra na magic machine be wadwuma na ma totally ya obi se mi wo BP moja aboroso o moja na aboroso anka kwalebufu opebi e de abo amanfo 37 omo hia bi na nka omo atwe bi ne ye de ama amanfo na wa ye okay nye sa na tie ansa na abenya BP no bibia to sentidua wo ni paduam se onya diabetes ya BP be kosoro ye titi diabetes na BP be ba fom unya typhoid BP be kosoro ye titi typhoid na BP no be ba fom unya malaria BP be kosoro utiti malaria na BP no be ba fom untini musisi ya BP be kosoro ye biebie mu ma wa BP be ba fom ekuro ma untini mu wa BP be kosoro ye kum kuro no ma wa BP be ba fom se wo ye obi a utie me ne na se nipadua no brempo a obrempo a BP be kosoro o relax o hohome a BP be ba fom eti BP nya yare ade kro ma o BP no bra na ye nsolve ade kro no ye solve pe BP no ebekọ na wanya nkwa utie mi a ma sha obose bra na magic machine wo ho ye mfansi uso ni ye nsa yare o ho ye obasa etoda wo ankasa wo bre wa ye mre minu ya utie me momodin na fast sprinters car ka kire mate ni say obesi wo Coastal Junction wusi wo Coastal Junction wa taxi rank wa busa taxi for na ejina ho no say o re Dr. Amponsa o mo do beba onso a utie me na wo ye obi a wo de no e bia na o pese o mfa yangwa na uba but Dr. Amponsa Herbal Hospital Edobeba Street maame mfa number no ma wo na so beti asem ana e kakra bi yare a menya ho aduro ye ba akopɛ ye frɛ no cho sabio ma be ma hwe waye kɛse no ɛno de oba mi ntomo moa wo sɛ enye no na yare biara ekutia no ɛma na mu hia awo no opɛ twins kra won sabeka saa na nyankopɔn ayɛ no wama ye tumi upe umpo saa mitumu ye wade a wo ye a ɛma twins ba ɛne ye wade a wo ye a wo ba akopɛ by the time say ye hwe age no obi wo a wo ma no twins a ontumo nsoa ebesɛi enye no a twins ma no eye so easy unima na anim me da se ma me mo numbers no na me kasa si o kyena kora na wo ma anya de obeba enti se wutie mi a hwehwe ma kyira kwa na frɛ numbers no frɛ 0243 11 08 75 0243 11 08 75 and I want to we use to go line no 027 85 99 611 027 85 99 611 o fresh are two lines here. First one no 0243110875 no. Your WhatsApp number, assign your calling number. Who your voice your voice message, voice audio. Yeah mame, na me enye simple. Me drive kra, me tumo no abon komo. Me din the Dr. Amponsa. Every bia me kan, jesoma me say, waya resafi. Bye bye.
They're not Biana. I'm going to be able to see every time I say, baby, she. Mangashi.
Junior! I'm saying so enough for maybe the no.
Sister who's pa? It's a winning gas.
I'm using the why. My why?
Down Yankana wa.
Sister Coles. Use gas. Gas ye fast, ye easy, ye convenient.
LPG, let me see your hand. Ooh, I got.
Hi. Now let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon your arrival, you are introduced to a butler who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have here.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye dear grow, na yes, edu maybe crana, me bano timide, or maybe gumi so weekend. Hey, memre. I don't think I'm a catcher say, yeah, no medi garlic capsules. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well. Medi garlic Capsules, yes. Medi garlic capsules.
Medi Moses garlic capsules. Black mamoja di nipadua mu efusani yi na esiesie oba ne barima mahona wodin. Ubenya edui bi ato omanyi mu pharmacy store frey wo 050-349-4885. Edui yi enye mamofra enye ndi fie duuru. Apemfo ene emma emanofo. Medi Moses unni how FDA ajije di nkratui atum.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
Welcome back from the commercial break, live on TVS YZ and also on Power 97.9 FM and 14th of July 2025 in the year of our Lord. Her Excellency Lawyer Zita Benson Ajena Kwenya, former Tourism Minister, former Information Minister, former Ghana Ambassador to Czech Republic, and Nchebia Mobihuno, another big destination. Ghana. Alisa Tahiru Nelson, senior political analyst, also Nchebia na eja, also an appointment no Omajaya Tum, Green Letter Nchebisu. I just say kwa nesa. Yes, ladies first. My mama, big sister Kwaba. Excellency,
thank you.
You're looking good always. What is the secret?
Free-minded.
Yeah,
the fifth floor is free-minded.
So when we are saying money, be a new be one money. There be a be a say Mogabe winning that. There be a Leicester winning that. So what's what do you say?
Fifth floor,
fifth floor.
No nonsense floor.
Would do why you don't cover anything.
What trap? No, what trap? Now what trap I could do all the
This is so new. This is so.
Isn't that also?
So.
Be kwem kakra ma me Excellency.
Oh, here is starting fee. Friday.
Oh, say Friday na ne. Wo bi kwem kakra bi o we de
okay.
Ba omi akasa.
Ba omi ase den oko ye friend saying okoye funding for more ebebo mo. Na onim me were problem with leaders inciting violence. Because as leaders, we should rather baby aye do nenye violence. Ne started with Samia Wukumu. Our Mokache supporters say, "Mumunya womafua, mufambom trim, womafunya line say, nanado by nanado say, all die be die." Na she baby aye bedu. And for me, I was expecting say when Baumia spoke, he should rather tell his supporters say, going into an election with violence is not good. They should back down. But for him to say they need a welfare fund. Na mukona mupra. Ya de behwe mo. Hey, mimi ka kire mo. Wuko na yetwa wonsa. Wuko na wuluzi wonan. Wuko na wuluzi weni. Baomia welfare fund no. Oh yi nani ma. Oh yi ni sa ma. Enti mo advice me ho. Mimi I'm against violence.
No.
Because I have been a victim of election violence twice. And I can tell you that is not a good thing.
Yeah.
Nyame na ji ye free. And I will not stand for any leader, let alone Obi Awadi vice president that are also the president.
Please cancel.
It's for me no side no kind of nyanse nim. They will set up the fund. But will the fund bring back your leg when you lose it in a fight? Will the fund bring back your hand when you lose it in a fight? Will the fund bring back your eyes? What did they make an say? And I meet lawyer Obri Yeboaso. Obri bro half a guy.
Obri Bohin. Abronya.
So oye lawyer. Na nyama na okekano na ento asum. O say MPP 4 and hwe omu foot soldiers ni yi. Enu nti na Delta Force 4 omo disband no. Na law bi na ye de nanado mu pass say they should dismantle all vigilante groups no. Sa law na nanado mu pass ye no mo anya ade no ne host na eka. Now me feel say if you have the platform as a journalist, now you host that, you should be preaching peace rather than asking why vigilante groups have been disbanded and why they were not on duty to fight during the by election. It's very sad, and most of the time, the MPP incites the violence, then they go and hide, and then they point fingers at NDC that NDC for na pay to trust them. So I'm telling my NDC people, you have to speak up, speak for yourself, and let people know say violence and we don't start it. They are the ones who are inciting violence. Miracles Abuaje is on record as saying that Okwa Akwetiana obi approaching na obebo ni panasum. Wo body anye. Ye bo wakwa ubeko over the bar. Is you are inciting violence. Wow. So they incite the violence, and when the election started, I saw a lot of the MPP bigwigs, including their third vice chairman or something, a Muslim guy or not now or something, big guy, but he was inciting. They even went with some blue army ready to fight. And see, if you go into an election ready to fight, now who are you to blame? Then why are you now pointing fingers at government? Say, ya boom. As an Napana election started, I'm not lying to you. All the videos I saw, they were of MPP people saying, do or die.
Who called for it?
They called for it.
You call for it.
They called for it. And see, the MPP leaders, what they are doing right now is blaming themselves for disbanding Delta Force and for not taking good care of Bakuno Delta Force invisible forces. And see, as who said they didn't take care of the boys, and see, they are going to find a way to bring them back. Baumia is promising them that is going to put a welfare fund. Welfare fund can pay your hospital bills. It won't bring back your leg. Because going into 20 and you see this thing has fostered for so long and it's getting worse by the day. Look at 19 polling stations, and look at what happened. 19. So imagine say a whole constituency say any war election.
Call a polling station so we observe as a leading member of the party, former MP, former minister. What the paper speak where they are doing better. And no how I can see July 2020 jury registration and the election registration a year church or new voters din what the two ekoye she did not just take the gun, she fired the gun. Nothing happened to her. And if a minister of state and an MP is able to take a gun to a registration center, who feels what do you want them to do? As leaders, we should be able to lead by example.
we should let people know, say, look, me as a leader, no, I can't do it. Into you, the law must also deal with you. Into Mogabe, I feel say we should look at reforms. Everybody, the laws are already in the law books, but special punishment must be given to people who engage in these things, election violence. In 2020, 8 lives were lost. 8 lives, including a 13-year-old. Wow. And I share. Even in Hawa Kumsi's constituency this year, her men shot 1 person. The person has still not gotten justice. Hawa Kumsi and the boys have not paid for for killing that boy.
Tuareg, a former secretary, Omo Bubu in the team, Tuareg,
wow. Hawa Kumsi has not paid for the death of that boy.
Wicked woman.
Wow. Now election. Miti say Chairman Sabunsu, honorable. Say say Hawa Kumsi ebun krofo kaswa. Adenti na wasa ebunu Ablekuma North. Nanke was say a trainer, it doesn't make sense. Honorable, I respect you a lot. I respect you a lot.
Or they say Jeff Fenich in the Kurum no Quachi no Quachiano. And
wouldn't say Kaswa, wouldn't say oh free Kaswa, and any say a bono Ablekuma North, and your Koya de Ablekuma Uko Koya
to about
how I can see Uko Koya deng. You are in Central Region. What about Greater Accra? Na ya bua chairman say I was anka ebuori yabu wo kaswa. You are only there as a meddler. You came to meddle in their affairs, and they did not like it because they know your background, they know what you are, they know who you are. They
also prepare.
Who na or spray pepper spray.
My brother no head and it was a bonus.
A brother and so you know. I quite say,
because I save you.
I can produce him. If you ask me in 30 minutes, I can bring him.
No, unless I save life.
Oh, yes.
Casape Pespino, what had the arm to work on the money.
Oh, yes.
And I want to say Pespino, so please for honor, it become more, including journalists for no more. Woman in IGP.
Just give me 30 minutes.
What was say? What prayer? What prayer? We go when you say, share. What say we are patapa now? Me how I come see me now. Look at how disgraceful it was. A whole minister of state and former MP would have former ye butu. It's a disgrace. It's a total disgrace. It's a but that being said, you know, I just want to condemn the rest of the violence, except the one that happened to how I come see. Like no is in order, but omo wakano journalists na ebu no know the policeman away sir, shame on you, and I hope that you get dealt with. And obia maybe because the fact that you are in uniform doesn't mean you should be slapping people. What did they can I say? And going forward, no, I think that we should have reforms. If you incite, because me who say MPP 40p, me who post I be who say get your guns ready, we are going to Akwatia. You know,
under this IGP.
So IGP, get your men on social media. People are threatening mayhem in Akwatia. Anyone who threatens mayhem, go and get them arrested.
Is number 1.
Yes. Go and have them arrested and let them know that if anything happens at Akwatia, because we as a party, we are not going in to fight. We are going in for an election to make sure say 184. 185. We are not ready to fight. If they are ready to fight, IGP, Obia or bet threatening on social media and incite people, get that person arrested and held responsible. If any form of violence occurs in Akwatia, such people should all be rounded up and they should all be made liable.
Very well. Madam lawyer Zita Benson, I say. Mammy call Alessa Nelson when I made an initial comment. Alessa.
You know, Mogabe, but I seen your queen out there, Mammy, Mrs. Star. Fifth floor no there. Odo where you ba? You boss one
looking good, Alessa.
Yeah, thank you very much. Send me Papa John Dramani Mahama power, so I have to look good to represent him. I told you I'm the deputy CEO of the airwaves. I carry the information of government
with that salary.
Yes, and discuss government policy for the grassroots to understand. So I still have a job to do for JM to succeed. Mitia Simon Teku, head of Consular Division, Ottawa, Canada. We'll be seeing him over the weekend into Obeko back. Simon Teku, head of the Consular in Ottawa, Canada. He came to bury the mother over the weekend. Mogabe, media Maase from the central region to Greater Accra, from Kaswa to Odoko, to receive a diving header. Can you imagine? I'm saying that from the central region to the Greater Accra, you understand, on the Kaswa Highway, all the way into the belly, the lion's belly, the belly of Ablekuma. Then from Kaswa to Odoko, that's exactly what I mean. To come and receive the diving header of the year. Yo, Mogabe. The diving header too didn't come for nothing. And the gentleman who went diving is from Fadama. I know him. I can take you to his house. And the national security must rather protect him because it was his action that rather brought peace to the place. Because the woman, how did she even come there? They were being prevented not to enter the place. And then she forcibly managed to get in. And when she got into, she was carrying a weapon. Why? Isn't pepper spray a weapon? And what was her intention? Her intention was to disrupt that elections going on there so that all the 19 police stations will now have peace and then they will not be able to collate and there will be some still hanging. Yep. That was the intention. So, you see, violence begets violence. Look, let me tell you, I printed this thing at dawn to read and I brought it here. Politics in Ghana by Dennis Austin, 1946 to 1960. The Oxford Press, University Press published it. When you go through this thing, you will come to understand why that tradition is noted for political violence and how they will not change from their character, from birth, from inception. Because when Kwame Nkrumah broke away in 1947, they decided to use all forms of means to bring Kwame Nkrumah down because he had taken the shine out of them. Yeah. So if you are with them and you take the shine out of them, they try to bring trouble and disaster to you. They even bring death upon you. Why? Were they not wishing death on a Rabda Obin? Why the violence? Why the violence? And DSP Sapon must come to explain to me, Alistair Nelson. ACP Sapon, he must come to explain to me. He's a commander there. He must explain to all of us in a press conference how the violence even came about. Because we don't know how Akumsin got in with the tax there and then what they wanted to do, how she carried pepper spray. Nobody checked her and she got in there and all these things happened. Yeah. But Charlie, the guy who initiated the diving header, I'm sure it will go into the annals of Ghana's history as one of the best divers. The Black Star needs such people to score goals for us. You understand? When they cross the ball, we need people to dive and head and score goals so that we win the World Cup. The gentleman, that decision alone, look, because it was not for nothing. He studied the occasion and saw that he had to go in and to save the situation. But you see, this woman, Hawa Kumsin, who was brought down, who is she? She's noted for political notoriety. In Kaswa, look at what she has done. She even arrested Nakoyu when she had given birth fresh. And brought her to Accra police station for almost 1 week. In Cantonment police station. So she's noted for political notoriety. Even at the registration center, she shot gun. She shot into the air and other things. A weapon. And no Mogabe, my boss would have a weapon. And I make her say, in recent past, who are you defend the pepper spray no to honor? You call for his arrest. Now the other pepper spray no suba honor. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No, he too must be called. You call him. No, that gentleman must be called and interrogated why he took that action in the national interest and then be rewarded. Because if he had sat by, that election would have gone on where it did. You understand? Because by spraying the pepper spray, we're going to disrupt the elections. And I'm saying that the woman who came there, she's noted for political notoriety all the way from Kaswa. We know what she can do and what she has been doing there. You understand? But you see, let's be careful here, Mogabe. This is a spillover after 8 years of political violence, of political vindictiveness, of a political party that thought to empower, that will stay in power forever, created a crime scene and decided to use the power forever. And now the power is not to them. So this is a spillover. It's an imagination. It's an illusion. How Akumsin thought that they were still in power. So she come and do the thing she was doing in Kaswa when they were in power. And this is the end of it. Utia said, just 6 months out of power, you cannot come to your terms and believe that power has left you. You are no longer a sitting member of parliament. You must humble yourself. You say you are going for women's organizer. Is that the way to go and organize women? Mogabe, look, the diving header didn't just come. Look at the target and the distance. And look, the guy headed the breast chest, the breast portion. Yes, we must go and check. She can have a puncture of the breast. What did the maker say? Charlie, head is
it was good headings, right?
Head is. I'm talking about what has happened to our Kumsin. Let's deal with that before I come to the diving header itself. How our Kumsin by now should be checked at the police hospital and scanned properly. She could have internal bleeding and can Akuma be to me at once. What you say? Yes, sanity no. From into the pelvic plates no. Mostly God gives them hips. Into the pelvic plates, no, they could be affected by the fall. What do you say? No, she has a lot of medical this thing to go through UGMC for though. You see, she's under interrogation. So, yes, I didn't freak and she police station, I didn't call hospital. Until police watching it, until she's under interrogation, just say medical, OCK. And I make her say those things that can happen to her. Nakuma, bet to me, as I stop. Nenufu so, moon check, and cancer na abandon, Nenufu breast, pouches, nibi. Now I'm buying baby, Mogabe, the electoral violence and replications for Ghana, Mogabe, and the sustenance of our democracy. Papa, can say. Mogabe and America say, yeah, bomb now buying to give them opportunity. So a woman should not behave like this. That's what we are saying. That we want women to get in there, but not this type of character, not this type of behavior, not this type of intention, not this type of woman who wants to make herself Grace Jones even stronger than men. No, you failed, and this is what I call it. Howard's great fall in Ablekuma Central, Ablekuma North. We must go and check her pelvic plates. We must check her private parts because she was stamped on the floor. And then her legs too, the pain in her legs. We must take her to the hospital and do all these things. Mogabe, I don't make her. Baby, I'm no. Chale, ashila antia jenche. Ona Mogabe. Kaka ashimo kwa antia. So uko jiji ponkwa. Uko suna uko jiji ponkwa. Ponkwa do ordini naina chinu. Odi pemu. Or the people to Yakofiako, a friend of Kofiako, into Wayno to Musa Mabino, or Yakofiako, time my head in. You see, the guy took the decision to run and get to the woman and take the pepper spray. But by the time he was getting the distance, he saw that the woman was still spraying and there was a police person protecting the woman. So the only way to get to the woman was to enforce the diving header. Which was our bubble pay. And now why wrestling pay? And now physical trainer. So distance, look at the distance. Yes. This one, it deserves to be
for the pepper spray.
Yes, to just put the woman down and disarm her and take the pepper spray. Yes, and take the pepper spray from her. And I'm saying this diving header, you hear of Black Stars. Mogabe, say go watch our Black Stars. I'm sure you must invite this guy to teach the Black Stars how to
security way.
Yes. These are the people that yes, Mogabe to death. Yes, Salifu Dagati. That's Kwame Nkrumah's bodyguard. Yes, I think the date was, if I'm right, 1964, 8th January. That was when Kwame Nkrumah was shot at. Yes, in the gardens of the where today is the Jubilee House. So Kwame Nkrumah, upon hearing, they had changed the guard, but they didn't tell him. And it was the same people he had trained, he had sent away to go and train, the same police officers who changed without telling because of the intention they had against Nkrumah. So, Police Constable Ametepe, he was the one who shot 8 times. And Kwame Nkrumah screamed, if you read his book, Dark Days in Ghana, he had to scream, where today is the Jubilee House. He spoke in Fanti, calling for help. So, Salifu Dagati, his bodyguard, he ran to his aid. And then he used his body to save Nkrumah. And then they fell on the guy and disarmed him. By the time Salifu Dagati had been shot, so he was bleeding, he was gone. And today, I'm saying that, look, these intentions, if you read, I gave you the book, Dennis Austin's book, Politics in Ghana, 1946 to 1960. This is a copy I printed, I've done to read, to understand where the violence is coming from and where the violence is being perpetuated from. And this is a direct spillover of Nanado's 8 years, what they did when it came to elections. They killed 8 people. Yes, they killed 8 people allegedly to make Martin Kosa. 5. Yes, in Sunyani, they killed 8 people. Techiman, to make Martin Kosa allegedly an MP. They shot people in Ablekuma Central. They shot at a boy from Tankaselai in order to steal the ballot boxes. Mogabe, do you know that election we won by only 40 votes. So if they succeeded in picking that ballot box, we would have lost the seat. So that guy must be remembered in Tankaselai. His family must be remembered so that they find something for them. So you see, and it is not for nothing that they do that. They have a certain logic. Look, going into Akwetia, they have made up their mind. But you understand? I'm telling you,
because they know
what they want to do in Akwetia. Even though they'll lose, they'll destroy before they lose. They used to lose against Nkrumah. So when they lose against Nkrumah, they destroy things. I'm a 50 on EB. Go and check the history. I'm saying, get this book, Politics in Ghana, and understand. Yes, yes, they'll destroy things. They'll throw bombs. They'll do things. They'll disorganize crowds and other things.
This IGP.
You understand? So that is their trading stock. And now that they have lost, they are so tiny in minority that we must not respond to them. But we must hold them in check. Yeah. You understand? Hold them in check so that all this nonsense that they perpetrate, all those illegalities, the things they talk about. You have somebody like Frank Anodompe, who is perpetrating violence. Go and stand at Ablekumanov. Who Frank Unkuntokwada? Who are University of Cape Coast? Who Nyadi? Unkuntokwada? Yen Yebo who buy now you next president. Then you go and stand somewhere. Then you be boasting. Right? I know him. Me, I was his campaign manager before he became next president at University of Cape Coast. You can call him and ask him. I know him. I know Frank Anodompe. When I see him, some of the things he does, I sit back and I shudder. Because you come from a humble home. Your father is just a simple police officer who had about 2 or 3 wives. So you didn't grow up from a rich home. Yes, today if you're an MP and you have all the largesse, you're a member of ECG board. Look at the opportunity this state has given to you. Former. Is that the way you behave? You speak violence when it comes to elections? I'm disappointed, Frank Anodompe. I am disappointed. You should change your ways. And I'm telling you, at the next elections in Isawam, if you win, I'll be disappointed with the people of Isawam. Because they must change you. You are not fit for purpose. The same thing when it comes to Afenyo Markins. They are always preaching violence.
Your good friend.
He is your friend. He is your friend. You know him. Charlie, I'm telling you, such young persons who have come into national politics, they sit back. Some of them, Mogabe, when you go to their offices, I'm telling you, some of them, when you enter their offices, you ask where they got the money from to even rent the place and put up such offices. I'm telling you, they're stealing our money. Indirectly, we don't know how they manage to get into political opportunity and do so, and don't shut up. When they get the opportunity to look at how Akumsi, where is she coming from? How did she even become fisheries minister?
From Bimbila.
No, me a new block for. And I mean, can I say, oh, na Bimbila send me papa or Ibn Chambers and you're no free. It's me papa free Bimbila. Mogabe, you ask, where did she get all the money from? And where is the power that she was using to insult people and denigrate people when they were in power? Where was she getting that power from? She went out to go and log the sea. Boba Anyansho. No more people do Boba Anyansho. Oda can show Bule. Tama no so atumunu satan poda namunu pie opa ko check and namunu so mo de obonim sa wo ma ho watumu nto mo so ometo atese no mo di agro mu. Now everybody will ask, because look, the vigilante groups that are talking that have been disbanded and other things, is because we don't have state farms. If you ask state farms, you direct their energies to go and learn to drive tractors and other things and grow our grains and other things to make us rich, rather than using them as vigilantes. If they have bodies, you can use them in sports to make money. Today, Kudus is going for 55 million. So you, this macho men, if you are physical trainers for people like Kudus, as they earn the money, you also earn some. But if you allow yourself to be used as political vigilantes, it's your own pittance. That's what you want to do. So they don't look after you. They don't have any time for you. After they get power, they are looking at helping their daughters and other things. Right. Obi baby sir, what was the occasion? It was Ablekumanov, 19 polling stations rerun. So what was the attention that Hawakum Singh wanted to seek? And then the deputy national organizer who was beaten, the man who was trying to raise tax, who was also beaten. What was his intention? What called for this violence at all? Just 19 polling stations. What is this? Bibisa. So what was your intention? Was it to disrupt the process and then to make their own passes stay on longer, or what? And then the results are out there. The Rabda, we are winning. The difference is clear. The people of Odoko and Otate and other places have decided that Blekumanov. Yes.
But in the land, you're very busy. We'll be better on country say, try say. They
have decided. They have chosen who they want to lead. Mogabe, since 1996, the winning side seat with that. Much as we do, we change candidates, we bring new people, we don't win. With time, the MPP has become unpopular because the Omuka were home to me, and time and tide has sold them out. Today is our turn, Robbie. As you take up the seat, it's a challenging mantle. This is the first time after 1992 or 1996 we are coming
92
back.
To 96.
Yes, that we won because they didn't go.
Before stolen verdict.
Sir, so this is the time for you to show them the difference that the NDC makes with the MPP, so that we keep the seat beyond the 8 years, beyond the many years that we want to do, so that we are able to bring development to the area. Yes. I think Yaji West. Central. I think Central when I'm free. From the 40 votes. Okay. And who say what court? Yeah, look at the numbers that we have now. 184. Yes, it's absolute majority. You don't need them. If you like, they shouldn't come every morning. They shouldn't come. They should go and drink tea. They can go and meet at Winneba. We don't care. They can go and sit on the sea. We don't care. They go and meet their guy there. The guy is the minority leader. He has mansions at the beach and other things. He has built. You made him Ghana Water Company board chairman. He has plenty money. You make him ECG board chairman and then Road Fund board chairman. Small boy. He has not seen money before. So he has 3 boards. 3 boards. Yeah, yes. He couldn't be minister. Majority leader. And now look, yes, and majority. He went to undermine Chairman Sabunsu. If like, let's go ask. He went to undermine him to take his position. Yeah, and he wants, yes, and he has intentions to use the position he holds now to do other things. And that one, God will give us the energy to prevent him. Because Jay Kufo Netanechi or train or pushing him, he comes to see that he's not consulted. He's always being consulted. He knows what is going on. In Tokwane see you Ablekomanov, no Jay Kufo ne catch him some Kokun. Oh, I'm telling you. No. You don't know. You don't have evidence. We try. You let me take it away.
Fantastic. But that's I
told you about the catcher say or no the party. Let me recount because he showed his video and I've read his books. No, I know him very well.
We'll get to that, please.
Mogabe, I know him when he was campaigning in 1996. I know him. He came to Mataeko. He came to Western Hotel. No. It was coming to power that made them rich. I will tell you to get our next topic. Yes, we will have to talk about it. Yes, we are not afraid of them.
Let's say yes was it and also on Power 97.9 FM, the hottest and the biggest conversation in Ghana inside politics. And our Sugusua Uti and our share live Ewo TVS was it and Power 97.9 FM and affiliate stations here at Ghana baby. Hey, listeners. Well. Yan ready when so you're free Ablikuma, right? So next Akwatia na suspended Chief Justice Gertrude Tokono urges ECOWAS court to order Ghana to pay her $10 million as compensation for moral and reputational damages suffered as a result of her suspension. Lawyer Zita.
Since who?
Ghana.
Well, who be that? Who's that?
10 million.
Yeah, topic we are
anyway, because it's
so just do justice.
But you know, we were telling her that the judiciary is not all that it is supposed to be, and she didn't listen. Now she's tasting her own setup.
Bitter lesson.
She's tasting her own setup. What she pretended over, that we were talking against, that we kept crying, that we are experiencing injustice at the judiciary. And see, as Chief Justice, do something about it. She told us the law is the law, and there's nothing she can do about it. And see, unfortunately, no, Quina. I say, then you laid the bed, you will lie in it.
Exactly.
You laid the bed, you will lie in it.
Don't you put gravels on it.
You will lie in the gravels. If she had ensured that the people at the bench had integrity and were doing the right thing, she herself would have also experienced the same integrity and justice from them. But you see, she has taken a lot of injunctions and motions. She's filed a lot of injunctions and motions. That is all being thrown out. So now she's feeling that she's not getting justice. You know, but the law is the law, like she said.
Nothing has changed.
And see, if they feel that a committee has been set up that is looking into your matter, but yet you keep filing injunctions to stop the committee from working, the court can't do that. The committee that has been set up has been sanctioned by the president himself. and it should be allowed to do its work. But she's trying to stop the committee from working. And that is why she has filed all these injunctions and motions. And then she's been holding press conferences accusing government of even the location of where the hearing is being held, alluding to the fact that the location had her uncle who was murdered and so forth and so forth which was really, it didn't work in her favor because I think she was expecting some form of sympathy. But she didn't get the sympathy she wanted from the people of Ghana. Because like I said in the beginning, the people of Ghana experienced a lot of injustice at your hands as Chief Justice. They saw how the judiciary was being run, to the extent that when a case goes to court, we could guess, we could predict how the outcome was going to go. 7-0, unanimous 7. So it was under her tenure that the Supreme Court or Judiciary got the nickname unanimous 7, which is very unfortunate because our judiciary should be sacred. It should be held in high esteem with integrity. So our judiciary shouldn't even be mocked. And that's why I feel uncomfortable talking about this subject. But so for her to go to the ECOWAS court, it tells us that she now herself doesn't even believe or trust the system anymore because she's now experiencing it. So all the shouting we did that, Madam, do something about the judiciary. Let it be neutral. Let it. She never listened. So now that she's experiencing it, I'm glad that she's now seeing what we were talking about. And as for the committee, it must continue its work because it's so much. Yeah, it must continue its work. No, because who said you can't rush through such a hearing. It means that you rush it. What about if you rush and then you find her guilty and she's not? So they must dot all their I's and cross all their T's to make sure that because it's any life that is at stake right now. Her reputation is at stake. But to sue the state $10 million in an ECOWAS court, if she believed in the system, why didn't she go to our Supreme Court to go and sue the state that she has jumped the jurisdiction. She has jumped the jurisdiction. If you feel that some reputational damage has been done to you, and you want justice to be done to correct that, go to our. You have to exhaust our legal system before you go outside our legal system, Mogabe. But she hasn't exhausted our legal system because, like I said, she doesn't even believe in our legal system anymore. She doesn't believe in the same system that we were telling her that, Madam, this our legal system is letting us down. You are the Chief Justice. You can call for reforms. Call your judges to order. Your judges don't have to give judgments because it's coming from the people who appointed them. The Constitution protects judges to the extent that if I appoint you as a judge, I have to, until I retire, the president can't sack me unless I do something that is bad. So these judges are protected by the Constitution. So they did not owe any allegiance to the appointing authorities. But we saw in this country how MPP lawyers were appointed to Court of Appeal, to High Court, and to the Supreme Court, and they felt that they felt even my own former lecturer, Professor Dr. Slim guy, he's on the bench right now. National Communication Authority, NCA, yes, he was their lawyer. Yeah. No, so all these are known MPP people, and unfortunately, when they got there, they felt that they owed allegiance to their appointing authority and to their party because they are known MPP. But like I said, the Constitution protects judges, so you didn't need to do that. You should have let your conscience and your integrity do the work. Very well. So when your conscience and the integrity do the work, you know that no matter who comes, they will get justice. But not in the case where everybody was shouting injustice.
This man, I jumping.
You jumping. So I think even amongst them, even amongst the senior lawyers, they felt embittered, say ya pom ho and yedi amano. And that's the reason why she should have proven herself. Say, I'm here because I'm qualified and I'm competent and I can do the job. But not to please the person who appointed her. Because what we saw was mostly, her body language was mostly... Yes. Then we knew they were going to throw her. And then you see, she gave them the opportunity to be mocking NDC lawyers. You corner, they throw it away. Then the MPP will say, oh, NDC, they don't have competent lawyers. But we do have very, very highly competent senior lawyers in the NDC, of course. Yes. But because you say that a good lawyer knows the law. The best lawyer knows the judge. So the MPP people were in bed with the judges. So they were getting all the rulings and judgments in their favor. And then making fun. You don't have to go to the ECOWAS court. And by now, even some of your motions that you filed all over the place, it would have. But she must allow, if she's not guilty, she must allow if anything, the committee that has been set up to finish their job. Then you can sue for defamation. Yeah. When they find you not guilty, then you can sue them. But the committee has not finished their work. You are suing for 10 million. So when the committee comes out and says that they found you liable, the 10 million, you don't deserve it. So she has jumped the gun. She has jumped.
Who says it's or Lusubana?
Oh yes, this is clearly this is a case. Yes, this is a clear indication that she's lost the fight. Yes, she's not coming back. I've told you several times. It was not for nothing that Article 146 was put in place, and it's instructive. 146 no send it no. You to me and fact in chain and conchem and ko is straightforward. You and she rather must pay respect to the committee, attend the committee meeting, stop these suits, and then let the outcome be laid public, and then we will see whether she was guilty or not guilty, rather than running to courts. What are you running to go and tell the courts about? That you didn't travel with your daughter and your husband, you didn't pay them per diem, or what are you talking about? You didn't give your contracts to your daughters. Please, conflict of interest. And Lucy, integrity begets integrity. You understand? Yes. Integrity begets integrity. When we're shouting the integrity of the courts at the time, as if citizens were talking too much. So you see, the judiciary is on the reset when it comes to integrity. The person who is even acting, what's his name? Paul Bafuboni. Yeah. When you see him in public, you see that, this is justice. This is balanced justice. Yeah. It's written on his face. When you see him, when you see even Gebo Pamwan Scott, the one who chairs the committee, you see his face, you see that, no, this is a justiciable character. This one is not a biased person. You understand? So please, like I said, truthfulness in the judiciary. When we're crying that certain justices or certain that were coming out of the court were not in line with general thinking of the public and other things. Yes, 7-0 and 5-0. No, we're afraid. You understand? So the truthfulness of the courts was important. Today, you are running helter-skelter crying that the courts that you just left in just some few seconds, you have just been suspended, is not a truthful court. And the people you were even working with, who you were empaneled to do work for you at the time, are not truthful persons. You understand? You are talking about Gabriel Pamwan Scott. You met him. He was there in 2015. You met him. You were jumped to become Chief Justice. He didn't complain. He worked with you. Today, when he's been made committee to sit on your case, you are crying foul. But you're empaneling him to do work for the state. Then you talk about openness. Madam, you yourself, you are not open. Look at the facts of the case. You yourself, don't you know that the net has caught up with you? You just come and apologize to the state and step aside, and let's see whether we can do something with you, because you have some knowledge, whether we can send you to Winneba to go and be MP for MPP and go and remove Afenyo marking. You understand? We can put you to some good use. But this trying to, go around and trying to fish out the law, the ECOWAS court to cry no Ojirani Naso. Who are those at the ECOWAS court? Bibisa, I'm asking you. ECOWAS court in Ojirani Naso. Even the AU court. On court the Hague, on two coin. Non court the Hague. No, on bomb the copper. You see, you were there, we were telling you, you were pleasing your appointor, the person who put you there. Is the law. You were making, when we were saying these things, you told us that, no matter how many noises are made, the law is the law. Today you see the cacophony of unreading noises you are rather making. Today you ran to the High Court. You don't know where to go to. Then you ran to ECOWAS Court. Another day you ran to the Supreme Court. So you rather are making a reading of unreasoned noises and disturbing everybody. You think you know the law better than everybody. When you made Chief Justice, you're on top of the law. You're holding a state sword. You thought Bono. Now you're struggling. You are struggling. Even the lawyers you pick, when we mention some of them, their names, I have to run under the table. They are empty-headed lawyers. I don't want to even give them grace here. You understand? You have got to. They cannot defend you. Madam, humbly resign and apologize to the state.
Where we are now, there's no way she can resign.
That's what I'm saying. Humbly tell that I thank you for the opportunity given me to serve as Chief Justice. Then I've been suspended. I know the matter will not end well. I'm a lawyer myself. I've engaged. So thank you. Let me go home. Because when you want to go there with your husband. Was your husband Chief Justice? I'm asking you, when you're making those errors, was he by you? You have to face the thing yourself. All those things you are asking for, that's what I'm saying. It's a cacophony of reading noises that she talked about. And me, I don't come along with her analogy. Rather, this is what it is. The law is the law is the law. She has been caught up. Third participle, Amole. Law and mole. Law, you see, when you say the law is the law, it means that you uphold it. You hold it upon yourself. Now the law is the law is the law. It means that somebody, the state, is more superior than you and is holding you in check. It's Mogabe. Onuna sent me there, whether she runs to ECOWAS for $50 million. I don't know how ECOWAS is going to calculate this compensation. She says she has been a lawyer for 38 years and has been on the bench for 23 years. So what? You don't know one mistake can make all that thing useless and empty, and now it's a bono.
If I will be an end of service benefit here, the man.
Yeah, from out. Into Mogabe. No be bisabe. Say, at some more, Mika, and maybe I was so west wagonu. The bisa say, you are some George, then no call you. I'll ask the same question, say, how I come sin. Then no freak as one of best in call. Ablokomanda Feko, yeah, then or Doko Tatin. What did the Mikana say? She's noted for political notoriety to do on everybody's eyes, and she was holding pepper spray. And a gentleman from Fadamanu who did the national saving diving. This is why I call it a national saving diving. He dived to save the state from an election eruption that would have gotten dirty and mecca. She brought in macho men.
What's a bonabasu?
It is a protecting your identity. Debbie, Obi and Fatu Uncle. And a chair Berman warding out Nimuntokwa. What will not do? I'm saying, look at the distance, Ojina. Munyibium, look at distance, Ojina or Tono. Just to get to the target, the pepper spray, and then disarm the woman, and then seize the pepper spray and destroy it from getting to many more people. You ask, what a header and what a heroic occasion. So the boy, somebody who says a stubborn hero, but he's a national hero because he saved what Hawa Kumsi was bringing, which is an untold story. And American, it is an untold bloody story. And in India, why any signature that Kaswa, in Tianka boy, no, and yet you're na. Ankamunya, we think of a call near the Yamuja Bayo. Mimi, hey, challenge you know how people run Elta Skelter. Then somebody see what they are saying, not killers, but well, in American, a rub in Waba, also Uncle Bia Mum. She should bring the constituency together. She's already on a near board. Okita drink, papa, and the president must see to use the knowledge she has. I wish her well. Her security must be intact always 24 hours. Baby, could be a man who buy because a town for yes. Yeah. Oh yes. So Fadama, I can take you to the house. Madam for her or Madam for her, we can go together and go and bring him. If national security, if he wants to change. Debbie. He saved, the intention was to save the situation, seize the pepper spray, and stop the eruption of violence at the police station.
I think say pepper spray is sad. Say baby Ojinano, the way the woman was spraying, she was spraying it like few all over few. Did you see it? There was a slow motion of it.
Yeah.
You see, I think say be sano. Ebi kano ho. Ebi kano no. Eno di ebufu. They jump in.
Good intention. But let me say the others. It was a good intention. Because you know the danger of the pepper spray. When it enters people's eyes, it could disrupt the elections.
Yeah.
So this is of good intent.
Yeah, because
that I have fighting skills. I can disarm the woman.
No. Honestly, a reaction. Honestly, Mimi Wahona pepper spray will be calm. I would defend myself. I would even dive longer.
There's something in physics. They say there's an equal to every action. To every action, there's a reaction.
Baby, Jamie, because a guy didn't attack it. Guy Rojani baby, Jamie, now who spray through Nebi Cana. Maybe can on a pepper spray.
When you cry, the better before
and the diving.
Yeah.
He didn't intend the guy
to disarm the woman.
Yeah,
take the pepper spray.
The guy didn't intend to go and attack her. Say no, 1990 hosa. But me sure say baby Ojinano, he was in the line of the pepper spray. And that's exactly what would have happened. Uncle, how say no? Or the two on the call, yeah. Because she's known for carrying guns around.
Yes.
She got the name Kaswa Rambo not for any reason, because she's violent.
Yeah.
She's violent, and violence begets violence.
Yeah.
And she got what she got. So I hope that how Akumsi, you have learnt a lesson from what happened. Dia kas went to me, yeah, ablekuma baya wa
how Akumsi goes to the hospital. The Fadu Frikanishi police station. Mustafa Bande, and I didn't car man. I didn't call Mustafa did very well.
Mustafa was blaming himself. Mustafa was not on the ground.
Yes, he ran away. He was in the back. Can he come there? On the palm, I'll bet you about.
Mommy can I say, oh, Buni, no, and this is for the Denico hospital.
Yes,
can you imagine? Akumsi now that and this is for because we didn't allow anything to happen.
Abutro said that in Pesi Ebebunu Kasi. He said that Yamashi say, oh, Mammy,
no, pepper spray no more.
Yeah, I said, I'm Ashanti. I want pepper spray the car, Omunano, on my man, one blow the taker. What I say, what to be sprayed? Hey, I mean, it will be when I come here, the man, one blow up the Atomic Metal. One step, eh?
No, Baomiako, the name now. I blows.
Now, what's that? Answer never call your next a topic. And PSC and HSC, right? And production team when your video no ready, mammy. Baomiako predicted. Going to be a win for a year PhD. Still, I will lose you 2024 a year election. See. Baby obekobia the obe predict bia ye hwe sema ba omiadi tuja abra na PSC and nti production team no video no ready ayeden ede amame ready an mama ayeden maso ateva so like say my abo for eche de djumadi ebrel and Monday the 14th of July 2025 Victory Garlic Mese free Dr. Amakon Pibinenom said be amoja betimi adi ni pedua ni mofru sane ye boa ma blood circulation no adwuma papa pasa so ena obi a woni pedua ni nyina na so no wonya bi na no ma eboa boost immune system no emane ma koyie woni pedua no san so no obi a wo osa no udidi yi a na onum Victory Garlic Mese ni bia eboa yi papa pharmacy shop na eba shop bi ebe wo no obowura ma obenya bi ato 0201293280 0201293280 and 0242545633 0242545633 ofra yebeje so as natural mineral water obefia 37 BBC Street the heart of Accra Osu dodo obi apebia anu sabetumi akabe home Mr. Robert Ewa Melcom shop nationwide urema obenya biato sanso na wo pedodo set track and family of the 16 regions ya yedinyina ebeba 0596273546 Clifford Bejo so 0596273546 yabejo so na edin suno etumi abro Medimosis Clinic and Eba Center na daworoma kan ho ta chiri ani edi djumedie ede ebrewo Medimosis semen kancho so the medical capsules abadwa so wonya bi na ono ma ebo ama moje timidi ni pedua ni mafurusani ye papa esan boost immune system no many pedua ni gina na so brani obi ahontumi ni die wanu mato broni be cause loss of appetite wonya medical capsules bi na boba ebo ni pedua ni ye papa bema prostate na hawo sexual weakness e wo se odu ani kire e Medimosis aso ye onu awodo how the bebo say male and female infertility, hypertension, diabetes, sciatica, typhoid fever, malaria, stroke, any dental problems biano. Finding in Akoda Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center. We are trying our dental barrier on a PlayStation edi and Shenimu. Our AESL building inside the Ghana Highway Authority Yard. Our Accra Ministries. A Jekojo Yoho, Yeni School for the Deaf Nidin Shenimu, and the Kumasa Hinama Kokobin Subi and Ho. Fan 0244 068447 0244 068 447 ofra yabejo so Safari Valley Eco Resort or more Ewo in the Eastern region. About wildlife experience here. Obiaji Umatumisa Ghana had or more number 1. Ebushani free United States of America na ba Ghana. Say a year upu national. Free America by one and wife and Quadeba Quaquaju many upu baby will be a and Chakase and come na a jabushani free Holland and Abidu or more free Denmark and Abba Scandinavian countries no more free Finland, Sweden, and in Norway, Maba Bidru, more money entry a Safari Valley Eco Resort. Na Mokoji money, hotel where you come papa, who do our neighborji in Yanesono, local and continental disease in ISFB ho, you was swimming pool and you was gym so elho. Ye Juman the phone soon in our now trim phrase 05969143994 05969143994 Ofra Safari Valley Eco Resort. Ye bejoso. Adom survey and general construction for na every we will be a opesi we see fie we see dying so we oba we bema tutu mekay na fa onyina akodan Adom survey and general construction na de bia meka kire say so construction no e betumi abemu da yesu betumi abemu dia na che say eye Adom survey and general construction about land surveying architectural designs any engineering surveying general construction or more number 1 we do any chiwo maso ye ho ewo dodoa odumase omo ben Christian high school international and identity so mo asase ni bi ho sase wo dodoa ni nyina no ewo location where ye very very good ya chese manso bia so eni ensase ni bia eso Miama Lands Commission akoye mehwehwe mahu ni say Adom survey and general construction omo asase no manso bia eni so asana me ba bedi omo adanse ewo fidikesi eso for any echi maso yo na the woman say asase no ye ton ama na otua no pay can cash down and the will be any asem 70 by 100 plot no ye the amount of 50,000 can is 500 million ne mum so bless ye any 6 months and spread them out need to within 6 months and when ye the amount of 55,000 5,000 Ghana e be kan na 55 ne mum person spread them out within 1 year no watu we are and when ye the 10,000 Ghana be kan na 60,000 Ghana unya we wo be bia adentans asini so no pibia to and once we be pursue how many mu ya akọ 055 4397831 055 4397831 and now 020 3788842 020 3788842 WhatsApp line is 055 4397831 055 4397831 offer Adom survey and general construction ebeje so was making your dreams come to reality. Lift Kit Capsules, Ifi Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center. Woman de Lift Kit Capsules Ediaba. Now Lift Kit Capsules unye binuma. A boa digestion ye papa and a sign enhance a metabolism. A boa ni peduano ubi wa eja do baby ojana na akra na yeti. Unya Lift Kit Capsules ni bia. Obo boy betumi aboa a sign a support liver function ema brebo no etumi eye adwuma ye papa e boa ni peduano. Lift Kit Capsules ameka ho asemi. Wodu ani kire herbal shop and pharmacy shop bia nationwide. Ubenya bi ato Efri Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center Obanom Memano na unya binuma ebweni peduani yepa for 0244068447 0244068447 ofra Lift Kit Capsules Efri Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center yebejoso Power Specialist Herbal Hospital. Hepatitis A, B, C, D, and I ni binete wana. Fatty liver, sciatica, prostate, and how minua bema. Unum penny baby na teach my minua ba minua bema. Also and how component su minua bema minua ba. Fauhan in Power Specialist Herbal Hospital. Yamami do ya obebuao. Fibroid minua mo emano. Ne sia one hokwai. Tutumiko na fu ni Power Specialist Herbal Hospital. Fibroid any the mami do ya what hwene kira kwan okumase fi yase legbosomcho kwantempon no so Jezbo filling station ne ne di nhwani mu wo kontena se yaputu ja kwan so pe nkra ha ye wo kwa benya poku ase ACP kwantempon no so takwade hwe echi ewo Anaje Estate ye ben Anaje MA Primary School no fe na oni antwetwe nkomo Power Specialist Herbal Hospital ewo 0244 544422 0244 544422 ofra Power Specialist Herbal Hospital yebejoso Nitwa toko ya Hebron Hills International School was say excel and shine. A dear woman say, Oban when Yabosumi and Sa, now the Baconiation year, a church for any nurses, I would do midwives, 1 year Juma, a year in someone who will be a war, a Jim Kotuku, or a year Quans estate, Damas estate, one Massaman in Patemu, Kuvikui, any in Patemu, Media, any in Patemu. As someone do a G to Mika in a far Banaco Hebron Hills International School or more media of the someone road would do a school come on and right inside the animal say, hey, say school where come papa environment where you neat, you would do our bones say yes, a title for and I do a mama a best school and Quadane a cambro for which in a while now we are marshal. We do a more from Quadanina would be free US near the mama. School, ya won't say yes, or much idea pa. Lower primary and upper primary, so no admission goes to our ecoso. Yamia Duma, a yes, September new academic year, no, na GHS admissions, no, I shall say. Hebron Hills International School was say excel and shine. One learning materials in if we a year United Kingdom, UK, and a day eba science school run. Or any free. Tifonichi or media no copy admission. Emma Obana Bibia so intimate coso. Kama. Dr. Ago, baby I will be a kese emfa enko emfa emma any penny for a moti our state protocol. Nina ya chacha munina ni Jubilee House penny for 80 na minyamia doma on Wednesday. And this amonyo koni Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Bakwa ku PM ewo Kumasi, Ashanti Regional Capital. On the 16th of July 2025, 9 a.m. Pepe Penache said, thank you, Tono, with the Kwaku PM Ewa Asante Mantem. The Asante Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amwakohene, and the Asante Regional Chairman, Anakwesi, Champion Chairman, when any executive senior, Majesa Hum, Sisino, Ekoso Kama, Modi Asia, His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama. Abonum, Apa Sema, Eduasa. Now, over the weekend, and day, not just a fekeke. PSC and AHS. Me support you mubia me de Manchester United. Hona mi wo. Na ba wumia unim bom. De bia wo predict ana afeli. Na ko gina wona say na game no see no a win Edma is going to be a win for PSG. Na first half na ba wumia predict yenti o. Ka PSG be win match. But we are predict ye no the bad luck no akoka eye PG fui ana sawam first half na PG for 3. Hey, team aje Champions League no ye. Chelsea team chie esa me nua Dennis o chantani team Chelsea esa honyunu chire nyunu hello kwaku Holland UK ni Chelsea chire honyunu sa no matro ma Chelsea ache motere ne. Sani nyina kowe ma eye ba wo me na ma we nyina bae. You heard your quiet.
So, what are your expectations?
Great game, I'm looking forward to it. I expect high quality football.
Okay, prediction, your prediction.
Well, it looks like a win for PSG. Thank you.
Very well. Who's a see when you my into what's it? Baby say ya no akwatra no ojeje amanfo ni keke what I say ni bibi obeka bi amfam me Mogabe bobo na me predict alesa ma prediction pepe ti aka say kotoko be say has what I say president Capman come say kotoko be say try na say has o mu keeper no Benjamin Asado no demand yusuru na brante no sana no ho mfa no 20 me akọ camp na me see cross and am say we ato ampala 2-1 has work to twede kan nti bawomia PSG akwata o machi o mo lose baby obeku be lose very well. Moving on to our next topic na fin yemfa de ekoso no so emayen etiefo menu akwa minka nja kese nkoma on the boss lawyer Sami Jemfi eni adwumayefo amowo eye gold board nyina Sami mokoso emmo adwumapane sa mfa mo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said gold no amanfo eto we say na ye Ghana made yene ya to ya de ne ye de ko ya man hodo so the gentleman is doing a fantastic job. Ne more honorable Kofi Boanso Abaso. Na ye more a year finance minister, Dr. Kesela to force and so Abaso. Na ye more a year governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Esiamanso Abaso. More ye fantastic job. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So far, so good. Na pointis ni na obia eye adwuma ye papa Ghana gas menu akek mo so mo koso na mo adwuma te se mo bo adwuma boss fo nso mo bo adwuma mo koso sa Malik Basintali any team no honorable Rashid people mo koso na Ghana for time achi mo koso sa emfa emai well na me honorable Zetas right.
Talking about Sami Jemfi Ni Gold Board, per se, I want to congratulate them for doing a very good job.
Fantastic.
Because whatever they are doing there, they should continue doing it. It's having a very good effect on the economy. And what if the economy is doing well, then the people's pockets are also good. And when people's pockets are good, people are happy. And see, ejumo omo ye no omo nkoso no omo ye ne sa pepepe. Papa jo mama say gold board ama CD na ya brantie and a reporter me hu ye mo say IMF revises Ghana's growth rate upwards to 4.4% for 2025 and pegs inflation at 8%.
Wow. So we are likely to get single-digit inflation.
Yes.
Within the year.
Yes. Right now, inflation is pegged at 8%. Wow. And our growth rate is 4.4%.
Fantastic.
And gold
it looks good.
It does. And gold board is the one that is supporting the city. And for me, I'm particularly happy because gold board is not only controlling smuggling, it's also controlling illegal mining. It's also control. So, because illegal mining was a very big campaign issue, and with the gold board task force in place, we can ensure the fight against galamsey would be conducted in a very orderly manner, and we'll be able to see
whistleblowers.
Yes, the whistleblowers. If you are able to Uber report you someone who is engaged in illegal mining now, I hear you get 10% of the gold, and we used to apparently we used to lose as much as $6 billion in smuggling of gold. In this $6 billion, the gold board has been able to stop that loophole. Now man for etumidi sasika because $6 billion that can build hospitals, $6 billion that can build roads. Exactly, that can do so much for your own villages, can do so much for your towns. It can do so much for everybody. But greedy people like Wuntumi and Co, they would bring their gold bars and come and sit on TV and say that when gold bars da, mimi DNA where a gold bar it belongs to me. No, the gold bar does not belong to you alone. Our natural resources is made for everybody, for the development of Ghana, because then our natural resources vested in the president for the use of every Ghanaian. And so under MPP, what we saw was MPP apparatchiks who had taken over our forestry, had taken over our water bodies, and they were mining gold and putting the money in their own pocket and disrespecting us on top of it. His Excellency Jomama Mawaka, or any of his appointees who engaging in illegal mining now, then you should know that he's not going to save you. He will punish you accordingly. He will punish you accordingly. And this year alone, the gold board has managed to export 51.5 tons of gold, in which value is about $5 billion. So if we are able to continue like that, we will not even need the IMF dictating to us what we should do. Yeah. And it's way to go. And I would say that we shouldn't just it shouldn't just be the gold board or cocoa board controlling sale of our natural resources. Burkina Faso has done it. Now they are controlling sale of their cashew nuts. So they have even put a ban on export of cashew nuts. They prefer to do a domestic trading with their neighbors. So once you do that, you're able to control the foreign exchange. So it's a very, very good thing. Dubai, when you go to UAE, Dubai, we go there to buy gold necklaces and stuff because it's cheaper there. But we produce gold in Ghana. Why can't we buy cheaper and more refined gold here? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But we go to Dubai. Dubai hasn't got gold. Dubai only has oil, which is non-renewable. and they use the resources from the oil to build. They have used it to build their tourism, to build their city. So when they run out of oil, they can fall on tourism to continue building their country. So we should also be able to rely on our natural resources like gold to build our cities, then or build our country. Then, tourism would be able to bloom. Because if this place becomes a tourism destination, people would come and will make so much. Tourism is used to be third exchange earner.
Foreign exchange.
Foreign exchange earner. I don't know its state right now.
Yeah.
But if we're able to build tourism properly through investment in infrastructure in the country, I believe that tourism would also be part of bringing Ghana to where we want to get to. So they are working very, very hard, and I'm very, very proud of them. Sami Jemfi and his team continue doing what you're doing. Ghana is supporting you, and I know that there are some people who are praying. They are praying that this government should fail. Only witches will do that, because at the end of the day, right now that the CD dollar relationship has stabilized, prices have gone down. People are happy. So why would you pray because of your own selfish agenda? Because you want to come to power, you are praying that the NDC should fail or the Mahama should fail so that you can come back to power and continue to steal. We will continue resetting Ghana. We will continue to do what we are doing. And the people of Ghana are very, very happy. They are content. Yesterday, they said there was going to be a nationwide doom. So they even made flyers.
Yeah.
So people were ready for nationwide doom. So nothing happened. So why would you be doing that? It beats my mind. Why someone would sit down and do a flyer and send around that there's going to be nationwide doom. So when nothing like that is going to happen. So you people should start being patriotic. You claim you are patriots. But you are more like nation wreckers, MPP. You are more like nation wreckers. Be patriotic. Pray that the government succeeds. If the government succeeds, your children's education would be good. If the government succeeds, your roads that lead to your house would be good. You wouldn't have to go to the workshop every day to go and buy spare parts. If the government succeeds, cost of food production would come down. So why are you praying that government will fail? So that everyone should suffer, then you can come back in 2028. You guys should wake up.
As I have a letter, free Minister of Energy and Green Transition. That's Honorable John Jinapo, sector. Richmond Roxon Esquire, spokesperson and head of communication at the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. Dear Bani say, I Oma complete gas supply upgrade. So far, much I say, Bibia Edana Kwema. Enoma kaniano bibiano na onidie enya de se benya problem bia BMT benya consistent power supply for all Ghanaians. So it's very good news. And they are 14th July.
Yo, you are John Jinapo there. Miss Wanda is hardworking. He's always running around. You go to the ministry, he has meetings all around him, and he's effective. He was an apprentice minister. He was a deputy minister there. A whole time I do so by any Katie. The boss edi and he did a so he had to grow wings in order to be able to fly high the energy sector. Into me and he's he's one of the 3 center backs. So when Mama made his appointments, I told you, and he's a firm pillar going forward. Now saying Mama too quite now you swear board, cocoa board, any other boards in. It was John Jinapo who was made to represent John Mahama to go and swear those boards in. So check him. He's on the right footing, and I believe that he's out there to succeed. To me, farmer no gold board as me Sami Jemfi no ankasa no metwi ma no ne na drink sia or dey manage place no any dey ekoso. Mogabe, prior to the coming of the gold board, the PMMC was there. The Precious Minerals Marketing Board was set up by Champon and other things in the 70s to be able to get our precious minerals. We get value for what we do. But to me, Ankobasa, do you know what the Indians do? I was listening to you elsewhere on Saturday, and one of your panelists, he alluded to these arguments too. We will know it. The Indians come with plenty rice. And then when they sell the rice here in Ghana, they take Ghanaian cedis and then go to the gold mining areas and go and buy the gold. And then they manage to smuggle the gold out back to India and go and sell it on the Indian market. Because
yeah. Now a year for my ambassador be say a man penny for us and say no the gold donation by him.
They call
by him, mom was a cargo way
Yeah. So Mogabe, they bring all the rice in, they sell, they don't change foreign exchange, they just go and buy the gold and carry the gold and go and sell and make profit from Ghana. The Indians have been in this trade deeply, in the Chinese deeply in this trade for a long time. Madam mentioned other resource development boards like cashew, like palm oil. When we do that, we'll be able to rationalize the sector like we have rationalized cocoa and we have just done for gold. If you go to Guinea, there's a town called Kankan. Kankan was built and developed from gold proceeds. Who say gold war, but they decided that before the gold comes out, they must have a plan for the transformation of the town in Kankan. So they did so before the gold was brought out. Today, if you go to Guinea, that town is so developed that you'll be surprised that you have such a town in Africa with all the amenities and they are first class because they decided to use the gold for their people's survival. Listen to John Mahama when he was commissioning the gold board. He said, reclaiming sovereignty over our mineral wealth. Ghana is Africa's leading gold producer and the sixth largest globally. She said, Africa, the whole world. Yes. Yet, for too long, we have failed to derive commensurate benefits from this God-given resource. Why would you cocoa or gold right? This is
Alista, they pay us 6% royalty. Isn't that sad?
Yes, sad. It's between 3 to 6%.
Isn't that sad?
Yes, and they'll tell you they'll determine the quality of the gold before they pay even that 6%. So if your quality of the gold is low, they pay 3%. Go and find out. You understand? So through the gold board, we are setting national sovereignty over our mineral wealth and introducing a paradigm shift from raw extraction to value retention. John Mahama. Then he goes on to say that at this time now, what we will do is that we'll be responsible with the mining. So we'll trace the source. Maybe a gold free, whether it was mined legally or illegally, whether the environment was cleaned up when it was mined. So they will also trace it. You're cleaning the sector. Then they'll set up a gold village. The gold village will allow us to add value, local refining here, so that the value of the gold here will be so here will be a gold trading center. And to our international partners, including the London Bullion Market Association, the World Gold Council, and the OECD, we invite you to join us in this transformative journey. Ghana is open for business. It's a business. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That wow, this is somebody who envisioned this thing when he was in opposition, and then when he was coming to power, 2020 he didn't win. He launched. He said the Ghana Gold Board was envisaged. Gold board, gold for oil. Gold for oil. He said, though we did not win the election, we remained firmly committed to the vision. In our 2024 manifesto, we elevated the Gold Board to a flagship policy to stabilize the Ghana cedi, formalize gold trade, and build foreign exchange buffers. And exactly in just these 6 months, that is what the Gold Board has been doing. And one interesting thing, he said, upon assuming office, one of my earliest appointments was that of Samit Jemfi, the acting managing director of the Precious Minerals Marketing Company, with the mandate to lead the transformation of the institution into what is now the Gold Board. And the gentleman in these 6 months has done so excellently well. He has come up, his task force has been commissioned and is on course. And I'm telling you, this is a new dawn for the gold sector, as John Mahama puts it, that will leverage our natural wealth and build an economy that works for all. When you gold for oil and now one more license and now why yes now let's action no no video no mu one will be out say or me lawyer or no you say ni say nyina ewu ye yentumi anka ho asem ebesi he oti ase. And Mogabe, they say gold started leaving the Gold Coast as early as 1691. People have found a way to steal our gold without even telling us. From 1691 up until now. Yes, it's because John Mahama has been in power. He left power and went home for 8 years, and he saw the political scene. A president came and opened our forest and our river bodies so that Akunta Mining could go and destroy it and keep the gold as their own. Destroy our forest. Yes, but this is a president who has come, who has rather made the gold all of us, for all of us are used. Because Semikoko, yes, Semikoko si asasiso na gold wo mu a. aban say aba commercial quantities nti me ni control or mineral na wo me na asase no mu no e say ehwemra ni ye that act 703 by J Ekufo was a rather bad law me na be katiro and ma galam say mo ti atese because me mo koko e wo ma asase mu. Now, you say about commercial quantities. You send me off my cocoa farm, and then you pay me.
And they don't even pay for the life expectancy of the crop.
Mogabe, they pay pittance. They say cocoa na 30 years now. You buy 3 pesos. You did 10 years. You buy 20 pesos. You did a year. You buy 5. So you don't even get 1 cedi for a tree of cocoa, and then you lose all your livelihood. What try to say? At abo brawo ho yesi besin ya ma osika kakra bi udi bekromen sudi enchenu ewu now my basa. I know plenty people in their chimland who were displaced because of gold mining on their cocoa farms, and today who are dejected. If you go to the Srodo area, you see most of them. It will give us jobs. It will let the indigenous people be involved in the gold trade.
Very well.
And it will create a lot of employment for many young people who want to go into the various sectors of
Excellency.
Okay.
Excellency Jomama or boy Juma pa and an team no so a boy Juma.
Very well.
Enti ye movie or what ye TBV enya me say I speak my mind. And see I made faith floor no cry I west.
Yeah. Kawaji.
Enti weekend you know.
Without fear of favor.
Without fear of favor. So far as you are trying to bring the government down, because I was part of the people who worked so hard to get this government in. Enti I won't sit down for anyone who does not know how we fought to get here, destroy a forestry commission. If you know the man in charge, me I don't even know him. I don't. Brown. Yes, he's doing some things there, Mr. Brown. You better stop. Cause I've received all the documents on my phone, and you are backdating concessions. Excellency has given instructions. Say, my
have the evidence.
I have it on my phone. I'll send it.
Honorable does not have evidence and should come and talk.
I have it on my
Mogabe,
phone.
I also know about this
which has been backdated. He has given concessions and has backdated to 2024. But he signed it. You see, the mistake he made was that in 2024 he wasn't the CEO. So how did you backdate it to June? I have all the evidence here. And see what you are doing.
Humble advice.
Humble advice. Before I take it further, please. Stop it. Right. Old man say my name in forest reserves. Don't give the MPP the opportunity to come and say that we are mining in forest reserves. Otherwise, I would take the fight myself.
We fear him.
Yanka, Madam Mike Aflu, he has been appointed board chairman of the Financial Intelligence. Yeah, Mike Aflu.
And new appointment to ABBA, Food and Drugs Authority.
Oh, okay.
See, one of you are Professor Opuni. And Ababa had
acting,
Professor Upuni as a acting chief executive officer.
Wow, I'm happy.
Food and Drugs Authority. Very well. You have 8 minutes to go. Unless I will be over.
Will be big. Offensive Irebi constituency. NDC for a boy, your core elections no hono. Your results no change here. They be no more 20,000, 30,000. Difference bear this time, and we close the gap. Misre school feeding man wo ho no mo so munye bi they have not gotten some omunye bi ye mbebunu so wo ho na omudi party net me I had to take my phone every day to call that constituency to rally for that constituency so there be a pressure that me so misre say bibi wo ho I dey be mom say koko mass spray no say den wo yempe yemfa mom misre meka me pa mo chow me de nyankopon de me bunkotoje Offensive Irebi constituency, Achimotresu, the people there who supported the NDC, they have been neglected very early as this. No man kitinkitibi wo hokra and freomu emomu. But meanwhile, I spent my time, my precious time. Mogabe, I brought the candidate here, if you remember. The people of Achimotresu. So they need a secondary school. I've been telling you, they are a forest zone and they grow cocoa. Yes, we have to go there. They grow cocoa for this country to benefit. Oda, when Oda posts their data on cocoa, it is not from Oda. It is from that Offensive Irebi area. Or representative until that. Please, Rebecca. You have to say it. They have palm oil. Palm oil. Palm oil. And do you know what we can do? Adrenumpo. Adwene Womumpo, do you know the fire it can create for the blacksmith enterprise? Let's be serious for force. The two majeja mu dodo. Omo keti, omo bibi, omo school mu, secondary school mu, omo asitre mu, bibia, ema omo bre, ya mami mu omo kwefo, omo bre.
Alessa.
Adai.
Me fancha kese mami ame wofa eye Father Dixon. Eye Despite Group. Father Dixon.
Wadam for.
Say oye me wofa. I said Despite eye me wofa prekopenye nchen. Na dia ba ye NDC national chairman say tu nkwatwere ba bi atwere na ene yate say me senior brother Junbon ye chairman general bosumi nso de command wacho na atenefia bosumi nso na afi ni amoasan ba de ti chairman we de wow frame on unim same jemfe na wo pam no ho ba bi anya me de na akwa akosi ti bi ase yeso wo ye bibia no aye den wahwe wachi yesere say next time we me ana metena haye humble appeal say baby edu na enough is enough and for enfanche and na me ana metena haye humble appeal no less than 2 weeks and openye Johnson say dun ketia ye den ebe kasae ye nyina ye je mu boko me say NDC for best start akọ mo betimi akọ but me de bia me ka che me nua no NDC for ne say fie nye wo fie no ura ha mo ne nye den
aninda ho yeah.
A word to a wise.
It's enough. It's not enough.
Medasi. And you may know see a casebo, my one say of Fabia Begina on a time so time. Hey, you Fabia. It be see a be person him and wash white. And I just say walk on woban, we shake with yes, shake bian and nipedi. Ladies them boss. When in the team need a new million see Cassia bo ena a day ebro. Oba de any do me any team come. Yebeshia watching at the 3 p.m. Memunyina mo eniti.